Knife-wielding muzzies are no fucking joke. No fucking joke at all, eh? Your little savage here got stabbed in the back twice. Properly, guys. Proper fucking lacerations. No fucking joke. Oh, yes, indeed. Stabbed twice in the back by a fucking cowardly little muzz cunt. You guys there? Can you guys hear me? I'm streaming on my fucking iPad. I've never done this before. I don't know what the fuck's going on, you know? Can you guys hear me? You can hear me? What, naggers? Yeah, no shit, dude. Bastards. Yeah, so you guys saw part of what went down. What you didn't see, you guys saw the big dude was in my face. That muzzy, he was a big muzzy, 6'2" or something, pretty fucking big muzzy, you know? And most of the fighting was with him. But while that was going on, the other dude, the little dude, he was, you know, 5'10" or whatever the fuck, not little, but smaller than the other guy. He decided he'd come around and stab me fucking repeatedly in the back. Properly, guys. No fucking joke. I wish I could show you the fucking picture that the nurse took at the hospital. Holy fuck. It looked like a great white shark attack on my back. That's really what it looked like. That was my first thought. Proper bloody lacerations. Hold on, we got a train, man. I've been fucking around with trains for hours. Fucking muzz fucking stabbed me in the back properly. I don't have the pictures of the open wounds. I don't have pictures of the sutures, but I will get the sutures. Oh yeah, did I call the police? I didn't call the police. The fucking city workers that I went up to did. You guys might remember in the stream, just 5-10 minutes before it all went down, I was walking on Market Street and I saw a police van parked up there, and I was talking about how they've been blocking off streets because they're worried about rioters and looters, and they use these really old, funky-looking police vans. Then there were all those municipal city workers in that area too with white trucks. So after the whole brawl was over and I picked up what bits of equipment that I could, during the brawl, I realized I was getting stabbed. Somebody was kind of punching me gently, you know, at my side or at my back. I kind of thought it was at my side, but it was more at my back. And, you know, when you're tangled up with a couple of dudes in the street, a couple of fucking muzz, particularly, you have to assume you're being stabbed. So while it was going down, I was like, wow, I'm being stabbed. I blocked the third blow, which may have fucking saved my life. I'm protecting my face and warding off the big dude, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm being stabbed. So I took my left hand, it was on my left, you know. I took my left hand and smacked his hand away. And that ended the stabbing. I probably fucking saved my life right there, guys. Yeah, that was like, seemed to be the third stabbing. I thought I got stabbed like 6 times. At the hospital, they're telling me I got stabbed 2 times. But they are such fucking massive wounds, you have to wonder if it was indeed the 6. I don't fucking know, man. Shit, kind of lost my train of thought there. Yeah, fucking stabbed in the back properly, guys. Pretty close to having a punctured lung or a serrated liver or whatever the fuck else can happen in those type of scenarios, guys. So your little savage here got stabbed for the first time in his life, eh? Stabbed by fucking muzz. How crazy that the fuckers were speaking Arabic and whatnot, you know? They kind of caught me off guard because they were just kind of slowly coming at me, but they didn't look all that hostile. You know, and they weren't talking shit and whatnot. It was weird. I don't know what the fuck drugs they were on or what the hell was going on. Maybe it's just jihadi juice flowing through their fucking veins. I don't really know, man. But they kind of caught me off guard. I fucked up. I let them get too close and everything, you know? Fucking crazy shit, dude. But yeah, I had a little bit of a scrap with the other guy. Oh, and during the scrap, I lost the defender too. And the big dude fucking picked it up and swung at my fucking face with the defender too. I blocked it, but I did catch it across my left temple. I got a little bit of a knot on my left temple, a larger knot on my forehead, a bit above my right eye, a little bit of a laceration on the bridge of my nose, little bit of a laceration on the forehead, very small laceration on the right cheek as well. Dude, I did such a good job defending my face though. My God, I felt like a proper martial artist. Fucking hell. It all happened real fucking quick. Homeboy was trying to fucking attack my face, you know. No fuckers, no damage to my nose other than a little scrape, no damage to my eyes, and I kept my teeth. As my regular viewers might recall, I've spoken many times over the month about my desire to keep my fucking teeth. Yeah, so the punches that I took and the blow from the defender were, you know, side of head and forehead, which is exactly where you want to take those blows, you know, because you're fucking strong there. Fucking Big Muz might have broken his fucking fist on my forehead. I'm really not sure. But generally, if you do a full power punch and the guy ducks his head so you hit the forehead, you're probably breaking your fist. I was well aware of that, so I kept my head down, you know, kept my chin down, kept my face very fucking well protected. I came out relatively unscathed, but the smaller dude had to be a fucking cowardly little muzz cunt scum and come around and fucking stab me repeatedly in the back properly, guys. This is not like what happened to fucking OG Geezer or whatnot. Took a little stab wound in the leg, guys. This is fucking proper stabbing in the fucking back. Which shows you what a little coward cunt scum that fucking muzz cunt was. You know, repeated stabs in the back. That pretty much tells you everything you need to know about that little piece of shit right there. So, Allahu stabber. Exactly. Biden will invite them to dinner. No fucking shit, dude. Lucky you didn't get your spine. I am fucking lucky. I am lucky. There's a lot of vulnerable spots when you're being stabbed back there. I managed to block at least one of the blows, and then that part of the attack ended, you know. But I knew I was fucking stabbed. And so, you know, after the whole thing was pretty much over, see, the little muzz took off. The stabber, he took off. You know, he heard me say I'm live on the internet or something, and he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a nice stretch in prison, eh? And he may have grabbed my phone. I really don't know where the fuck my phone went. I looked around once the thing was basically over. The big muzz was lingering, but I was looking around, gathering up some shit. But I need donos for real, guys. GoPro smashed. We got to see how strong a GoPro really is. I'll post some pictures or make a video of the GoPro. Phone disappeared, so I'm fucking out of business with the live streams, guys. I'm not gonna fucking walk around with an iPad, and I don't have service on this. I'm using a fucking public Wi-Fi right now to get this fucking stream out, you know, just to let you guys know what the fuck's up. Yeah, $400 GoPro and sort of a cheap Android phone, $200-300, just whatever, you know. Yeah, no, that's the only thing I'm pissed about. I've been laughing for hours. You guys know how I am at the hospital when I'm in the emergency room. We saw it before, right before Christmas, when I majorly dislocated 2 fingers and got all cut up in that incident, you know. I think this shit's funny. I've had endless injuries in my life, very few from physical violence with combatants, but I've had endless fucking injuries in my life. And I've developed a technique from when I was very young where I just laugh it off, keep the positive energy going. You know, I grew up racing BMX all over the country, a little bit of surfing, skimboarding, skateboarding, and you can't let injuries ruin the fun, especially when you travel with other people. Travel 2,000 miles to a race and you fucking get hurt on the first day. You can't just start crying and become totally subsumed into your wounds. You know, you got to have an attitude where you're still going to have fun, you're still going to laugh it off, even if it's only so the other guys that you're with can continue to have their good day, continue to have their fun, you know. So apparently, even when I take serious fucking injuries, like being stabbed repeatedly in the back, I still think it's a barrel of monkeys. A lot of fucking fun. Yeah, hilarious. But the part that's not funny is that I don't have my fucking phone. You know, I don't have my fucking GoPro. I would go up and do a fucking lion quest tonight, you know? All cut up. I think that'd be a fucking barrel of laughs. But I have fuck all ability to do so. So, yeah, the Defender 3, that thing got fucking jacked up. But my God, that motherfucker's strong. Part of how I found out how strong my Defenders are is taking one upside the fucking head, yes? Hilarious. No, the problem, one of the main problems is I built my own phone mount out of thick ABS plastic, super strong, way stronger than any phone mount on the market. And it disattached from the main unit. I never really went back in and did I had a plan to do a super strong attachment, just ridiculously strong. So it didn't break, but it did disattach during all the fucking madness, you know. So my phone went flying off wherever. I don't know, maybe the little muzz took it and ran off. He disappeared quickly. The other guy stayed around. So yeah, oh yeah, I had police response, ambulance, and all that jazz. Had a whole barrel of laughs at the hospital. I really felt like I wasn't there that long at the hospital, though. I felt like I was only there a couple hours. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But they were all suitably impressed with where my adventure took me for that night. Yes? Yeah, too funny. Another part where the laughs sort of stopped too is, you know how I titled that stream Escape from San Francisco, you know, like Escape from New York? Well, dude, after I get out of the hospital, I have no phone numbers memorized for anybody. There's nobody that's gonna come pick me up. Shit, even if I had been able to call a couple people, the people I know, they're plastic, patriot, fucking cowardly little cunts that have never stepped in the arena, but just constantly fucking criticize me every time I'm on the phone with them, because I am in the arena. Those little fucking slags probably wouldn't have even gotten out of bed to come to San Francisco to fucking pick me up after I was almost knifed to death. That's how I feel about the little cowardly plastic patriot cunts that I fucking know around here in my personal life. Cunt 1, cunt 2, cunt 3. Fucking wastes of space. But yeah, I couldn't even fire off a call like that and see if somebody'd get me. So I had to just walk out of the fucking hospital, you know, and walk for fucking miles and get lost in some of the worst neighborhoods, way worse than fucking where I was. Well, there's kind of nothing worse than the Tenderloin, but there's other areas that are super fucking isolated when you're way out there on mission and getting towards Hunter's Point, which is where I almost ended up when I was getting lost. I don't know those ghetto areas in San Francisco, you know. Dude, I was climbing 8-foot tall fences with a heavy backpack on my back and fucking, you know, major sutures and fucking lacerations and whatnot, because I was trying to get through 22nd Avenue or whatever the fuck they call it, 22nd Street, 22nd Avenue, to get to a different train station that I got off on, you know. And it was just a fucking disaster. I was laughing my ass off through most of it. But once I was like, holy shit, dude, if I keep going, I'm going to stumble my ass over to fucking Hunter's Point and get fucking robbed again. Get fucking shot instead of knifed, you know, over in that ghetto. It's all about gunplay. Hilarious. Talked to a cop at the hospital. He steered me in the right direction, but there's all kinds of streets blocked off by 22nd, and I had no idea where that ghetto-ass train station really is, so it turned into a nightmare. Then I walk up to a fucking, way out in the ghetto, I walk up to a fucking meter maid, you know, at fucking 4 in the morning, and he's just asleep in his little meter maid cart mobile, you know, he's sealed in there and fucking asleep. So I knock on there to ask him for directions, because I knew I was relatively in the area, and this fucking cunt gives me a big attitude, I'm on my break, don't bother me, and all this type of shit. Then a couple friendly black crackheads from across the street that were living in a shitty RV or whatever, they came out and gave me some directions and whatnot, and I managed to fucking get myself to the train station, which was so ghetto. Underneath the freeway, a tunnel there, covered in graffiti, just a gnarly ambiance. Man, I wish I had my phone so I could have streamed in the hospital and all the aftermath. The aftermath of the Escape from San Francisco aftermath was just as gnarly as everything else that happened in the stream, kinda. Fucking crazy shit. Yeah, so I got fucking stabbed by Muslims. But I gotta tell you, I'm pretty proud of my accomplishments. I set out to make the craziest fucking content in this channel. And I told everybody, people in my personal life, there will be blood. There'll be plenty of blood, and plenty of the blood will be mine, I'm quite certain, conducting these fucking operations. And boy, those prophetic words were proven to be quite true, weren't they? Fucking hell. Too funny though, I've never felt more like a fucking proper London football fucking hooligan or a fucking English villain than when I was fucking tussling with those fucking muzz and they're spitting fucking crazy Arabic at me and yelling shit about fucking with Muslims and all this shit, dude. Fucking hell yes. I say I'm an honorary EDL member, eh? Fucking honorary fucking Millwall member, eh? Fucking yes. No, you really, in some circles, you can't really get higher credentials than getting into fucking battles with fucking knife-wielding Muslims. Adrenaline rush, yeah, too funny, man. Lucky I didn't end up on the gore site. You're so right, bro. I'm laughing about it. It's funny as fuck. But had that fucker penetrated a little bit deeper, I wouldn't be laughing. I'd have a punctured lung or a severed spine or a liver or whatever the fuck, bro. It's on the left back, lower left back, just to the left of the spine. And I have 2 fucking cuts that are 6 fucking inches, guys, and fucking deep, bro. I got stabbed up proper. I felt no pain at all during the whole experience. I feel no pain now. As I said, I have a couple knots, one on my forehead, one on my temple. Really quite minor, though. I'm so fucking pleased with how I defended my face. Man, I loved it. To tell you the truth, I loved the fight. I loved the whole goddamn thing. It fucking felt good. It fucking felt good. Had I walked away with all my equipment, or at least my fucking phone, so I could have kept streaming and shown you guys everything that went down, I would have streamed and shown you guys the wounds in my back. Fucking intense, man. I wonder if those pictures from the doctors and nurses will go in my medical file. I wonder if I could still show those. When they were open before the stitches, it was just fucking hardcore. I'm a boss. Thank you, man. Thank you. I feel like it. I set out to do dangerous, crazy shit. It's not like I didn't think I'd end up having some real fucking problems. Fucking around with mountain lions in the middle of the night. Fucking around in the Tenderloin. I mean, duh. Tell you the truth, I was really expecting to be shot pretty soon up there in San Francisco. I was really expecting to just simply be shot, you know? So all in all, I really am quite pleased. I had so much fun. I laughed my fucking ass off the whole time like I always do when I'm in the ER. Another part that wasn't funny is after I'm ready to get out of there, they did all kinds of CAT scans and x-rays and all this shit, making sure I didn't have internal bleeding, you know? And so after all that, and they stitched me up and everything, then it's time to put my clothes on, you know? Fucking covered in blood, gory-ass t-shirt, and they put your shit in a plastic bag. So my t-shirt and my flannel was wet with sweat, you know? And it's like, holy shit, I gotta put this on and then walk for fucking miles through the foggy streets of San Francisco all fucking night? Wow. So they ended up giving me a t-shirt, and it was tiny. It seems like it's a size small. I could barely squeeze myself in it. And the t-shirt, I'm still wearing it, which is disgusting. The t-shirt stinks. Like they have a thrift shop donate clothes for this purpose, you know? And it just has this disgusting, stinky, horrible fucking old thrift shop type of smell to it, you know? I didn't really enjoy that part. But I was laughing once I put the shirt on, and it doesn't even cover, you know, my stomach. Several inches of my stomach are not even covered by the stupid shirt and whatnot. It was fucking funny. I had a great time with the nurses and doctors. They loved me. I was super polite and congenial with them, and they were very impressed with my attitude and everything. Fucking crazy shit, dude. So we did it. We broke through to another level, guys. Hopefully the final level, because I think it's quite apparent there's only one level past this, and that is indeed the level you don't come back from. I'll be laughing as a disincarnate spirit looking down upon my own corpse. Hold on, I got a fucking train. Due west West Oakland soon. That's when I'll fucking get shot, guys. I've fucked around in Oakland a bit. As I've said before, I lived in a house in Oakland, in a fucking ghetto, East Oakland. Hard fucking core. I knew some guys, some musicians, and they had a band there, and I went out there and had joined their band and whatnot, was playing guitar. And it was just so fucking hardcore. We lasted like 2 months, and we had to get the fuck out of there. There were gunshots outside our door, crazy ghetto black people eyeballing us. You know what, when we moved there, the first thing we did is we boarded up all the fucking windows. We're moving in with musical equipment, and we're practicing there, so the whole fucking ghetto knows we have musical equipment there, and they know we don't really belong in that fucking ghetto just looking at us, you know? So we boarded up all the fucking windows except for a couple windows. We left like a couple inches way up at the top just so we could get like a little bit of fucking air. Yeah, that was fucking East Oakland, one of the worst neighborhoods in the whole goddamn country. Then I did live in West Oakland in a warehouse with my artist girlfriend, who now is a 20-year tenured professor at one of the most prestigious universities in this country, located very close to our nation's capital. I don't want to give her away too much info, you know. She's still there, the last I heard. 20-year tenureship. You're there for a long time, aren't you? Should have stayed with that woman, really, you know? Instead of ending up here fucking about like this, eh? What happened? I got stabbed repeatedly in the back by 2 Muslim attackers. Really only one stabbed me, but I was attacked by 2. One big Muz, 6'2", pretty built or whatever. Other Muz was a smaller, average-sized guy, 5'10", or whatever the fuck. And he was the little cowardly fucker that decided he'd come with his knife when I was busy dealing with the big lad and fucking stabbed me repeatedly in the back, properly. As I said before, this is not OG Geezer getting a little prick in his fucking leg. This is fucking proper 6-inch long stab wounds that are a couple inches deep in my back, right by all kinds of vital organs, guys. Hopefully no other streamer, no other IP tour or anything has ever received a fucking serving like I got served up with, because really at that level, most people won't fucking laugh about it, you know? Yes! Fucking yes! Hey, I set out to fucking go hard. And apparently I did, eh? A little bit too hard. Did you wear a vest? No, I don't have a vest. I've been working on no budget this whole fucking time. I'm in the San Francisco Peninsula. My business has been fucking shut down with all these lockdowns and COVID. I've had no fucking money. I've been struggling. You guys wouldn't even believe the crazy shit I've done to keep this project alive with no fucking money. No, I didn't have a stab vest. People have been telling me from the beginning of this project, holy shit, bro, you need a stab vest, you need a stab vest, you need a stab vest. People have commented dozens of times. Oh, that'd be fucking nice. That'd be real fucking nice. Had I had a stab vest, I would have worn it. I have no fucking money, you understand? So please fucking donate. If you want more action, you have to fucking donate. I have no GoPro. I have no fucking phone. Sure would like to be able to get a phone right away, like tomorrow. Wouldn't that be fucking nice? Just go get a cheap Android or something? Wouldn't that be fucking nice, eh? You think I fucking earned the support? Have I fucking earned it? Fucking cunts! Holy shit, now I'm making a big scene here. This is a mellow spot. Fuck! I gotta stay here though. I got this Wi-Fi. I gotta settle down, guys. I gotta fucking settle down. I fucking kicked this bench and started freaking out. I'm by this corporate park, and some people have shown up to work. There's a few cars. Hopefully nobody witnessed that. Fucking hell. I'm still out and about, you know? Fucking stabbed up properly, man. When you guys see that, you'll be like, holy fuck. Woo! And so the GoPro was destroyed, but I have the memory card. I believe I captured one good video early in the night before this happened when I was under the freeway and filmed some crazy heroin addicts and had some confrontations with these fuckers and whatnot, you know? That shit was pretty cool. That's a nice little video right there. So we'll be uploading that. The GoPro got hella smashed, but the memory card is in there. I'm sure it's fine. It's clipped? Yeah, I hope so. It should be clipped all over the fucking place, bro. With these angles, I will never donate. Well, what the fuck do you want, Joseph Adam? What the fuck do you want? I'm not showing my fucking face right now. Fuck off, cunt. My face is fucking fine, though, to tell you the truth. I will reiterate. 1 knot on my left temple, 1 knot above my right eyebrow on the forehead, 1 tiny laceration on the bridge of my nose, small laceration on the forehead, small laceration on the right kind of side of my forehead. It's nothing. I did a beautiful job of protecting the part of my face that I care about, and the fucking Muz ended up punching me in the fucking forehead. And I hope he broke his goddamn filthy fucking Muz monkey paw fist, eh? Cunt. Show stab wounds? Hey. It's hard, guys. It's on my fucking back. I will try my fucking best. And I'm bandaged. I'm out in public. You want me to pull the fucking bandages off my fucking recently received massive stab wounds so I can show you guys? Should I do that right now? Can't do it. You'll see plenty of it, believe me. But I'm gonna have to, have a friend help me fucking photograph it and whatnot, you know? No, I can't fucking do it right now. Real shit though, guys. Fucking real shit. I just wish I could get those photos of the open wounds. You guys would fucking throw up your breakfasts. That's what you'd fucking do. Makes fish stab us with layers of duct tape. Yeah, I guess, bro. I guess. One thing I will say is I was wearing my shins and knees under my pants, you know, my guards from my BMX mountain bike activities. And thank God I had the elbows and forearms underneath my shirt. When I fucking blocked the guy, you know, to try to stop him from fucking stabbing me, my shirt got cut right there. My fucking pants are cut right here too, along my hip. But it didn't penetrate or whatever there. You know, they check your whole body. They check my fucking nuts and everything, you know. No, I only got stabbed repeatedly in the fucking back. Only. Crazy shit, bro. Guess you only got prettier. My face is cool. I'm good. I'm good, man. I don't even think I'm going to have any black eyes or anything. I didn't get hit, you know, in the center of my face. It just fucking didn't happen. Thank God I tucked my chin and, you know, presented my fucking forehead as I was blocking him. And, yeah, he really might have broken his fucking fist. He put a good lump on the right. This lump is standing up a half an inch or something on my right forehead, you know. Yeah, you hit solid bone that hard. The odds are quite high that you've broken your fucking hand. So let's hope for that, eh? Fucking crazy, huh? I'm in fucking America, attacked by fucking crazy Muslims spitting out all their Arabic gibberish, talking about this is what happens when you fuck with Muslims. Fucking unbelievable, eh? Fuck homeless peeps. These guys weren't homeless. No. That one dude was like gym trained and shit. These guys were not homeless. I don't know what the fuck their deal is. They're immigrants or whatever. But they were not homeless. They were dressed normal and whatnot. That was part of what happened, is they kind of looked normal. And they were approaching me slowly without crazy hostility or anything, you know? So it was sort of hard to read the situation. I didn't respond appropriately. I should have danced away and just ran away. But I didn't realize it was turning into a knifing situation until I was already tangled up with the big dude, you know? Crazy shit, bro. Just fucking madness. You're threatening as fuck, screaming at them. I wasn't screaming at them. What the fuck? Was I screaming at the fucking Muz? I don't think so. Or maybe I was screaming in general, but I wasn't screaming at them. I wasn't even focused on them. I didn't see them and think, oh, here's some Muz or whatnot. I wasn't even focused on them. But I probably was screaming some fucking gibberish or something, you know. Did they go to jail? I have no idea. The only phone number I could give the cops was the phone that was fucking stolen. Yes. I will be contacting them later today or whatever the fuck, and we'll see where we left off. I haven't even looked at the stream. I would imagine I captured beautiful footage of their faces. Definitely the big guy, because he was in my face. He led the attack, you know. So there's pretty good odds that we'll catch these fuckers, you know. But maybe they've already hopped a plane to fucking head back to fucking whatever shithole country these bastards originated from, eh? If they tracked the phone, they might have found him easily. Yeah, the coppers do have that phone number and whatnot. I have no idea what's going on. Cops accompanied me to the hospital, and, you know, then they kind of disappeared, so I had no follow-up a couple hours later when I was getting ready to leave the hospital. I have no fucking clue. Got their faces clear? Cool. Yeah, I kept walking backwards, you know. Whenever these situations get really gnarly, I always retreat. I want to show that I'm retreating, that I'm in a defensive state. I'm not in an attacking state. So when shit really goes crazy like this, I'm not looking to be charged, you know. So I generally always do that. And as I've said many times before, I don't initiate violence against other people. I'll do my fucking damnedest to defend myself, but I'm not trying to attack other people or whatnot. I'm not a fucking scumbag thug piece of shit. And I'm not a knife-wielding muzzy cunt either, am I? Air-cooled, what's up, bro? Yeah, I got stabbed repeatedly in the back by fucking Muslims. Real stabbings, bro. Proper. It might not sound like it by the way I'm talking now and laughing about it, but it was fucking deep, man. Fucking Muslims. Fucking muzzy cunts. You need a stab vest in the future? Apparently so. There's not going to be a future unless people fucking donate so I can get some equipment again. Sadly, I'm fucking defunct. I'd like to stream again tonight, just out of pure bravado, you know? But apparently that's not going to happen. I never felt any pain. There's no pain. I don't feel any pain now, you know? But I knew I was being stabbed, and then I felt my shirt was wet back there and was like, yeah, sure enough, I was stabbed. Hold on, another train. Yeah, normally I have a career. I could get a job to finance your stuff. I hear you on that. I hear it. People told me to start asking for donos right from my first White Lives Matter. And I only started asking for donos months and months later because I didn't want to come across like somebody that's just in this game, not for patriotism, but just for fucking pocket money. That's not really what I'm about. You have to understand, I live on the San Francisco Peninsula. I'm a guitar teacher by trade. The shop that I've taught at off and on for years shut down a little bit before COVID. And then I was teaching independently. And then COVID came along and all my libtard fucking students disappeared. Because everyone's in fear because I'm on the San Francisco Peninsula. One of the most hardcore lockdown parts of the whole goddamn country. Luckily, we're coming out of the worst of the lockdowns and all this bullshit. So I am gonna make a push to get a little handful of students again, you know. Doesn't take very many students to finance my little Spartan life. Move to Austin? No shit, bro. Fuck the little trolls and shit cunts. Don't even fucking worry about them. You don't even have to respond to them, guys. They're little cowardly shit cunts that have never entered the arena. They sit up in the stands and lob their criticism and throw their rotten tomatoes down at men that fight and either lose or win. But either way, the little cowardly cunts in the peanut gallery will lob their criticism because they're fucking useless little cunts. Me, I've shown I'm a good man to have on board. Good man to have on the team. I've shown it repeatedly again and again. No little fucking troll cunt can diminish that, can they, hey? Win, lose, or draw. If you enter the fucking arena and keep your fucking head held up high, that alone is deserving of respect, no matter what the results. And it's a hell of a lot of fun. I thought it was so fucking fun because I was like, holy shit, I'm blocking this guy's punches beautifully, man. I knew I was protecting my face as he's striking. I was like, wow, bro, this fucker can't hit me in the face like he wants to. I loved it. To tell you the truth, I fucking enjoyed every minute of it. Even when I knew the guy was stabbing me, I was concerned. But I was like, wow, dude, you're really fucking in the mix right here. You're really fucking going big. Yeah. I can laugh about it because I came away with my face unscathed, you know? Kind of important to me. Half of them would have pissed their pants. No shit. Adrenaline wears off tomorrow? No, it doesn't. I've had a lot of experiences with a lot of fucking injuries. I will keep laughing about this. There's not really going to be any pain. I have a pretty high tolerance for pain. I've demonstrated it before in my videos. We've been there. Remember when I dislocated my fucking fingers and severely? And had all that blood all over the fucking sidewalk? I wanted to keep streaming. What you guys didn't see on the stream is I went in this little alleyway and I tried to relocate my own fingers so that I could continue to stream. And that didn't work, so I then just continued to stream. Then I finally showed my fingers and people were like, holy shit, your shit is broken. I was like, exactly, it certainly is. Then I looked down and saw all the blood on the sidewalk and then I was like, okay. Apparently the stream's gonna end in 10 minutes here. I gotta start making my way to the hospital. So I go to and of course that was late night. I get out of the hospital for that one at like dawn, and I go right back to where I had destroyed some pallets earlier that night and made another video of me picking up all the bits and pieces of pallets like a good, responsible citizen and chucking them all into a fucking dumpster, cleaning up after myself. Right after I got back from the fucking ER. So you don't have to worry about me and the adrenaline wearing off and me starting to sob or whatever you think I'm gonna fucking do. It hasn't happened. I've had a lot of experience with fucking crazy, stupid bullshit where you get hurt and you have to keep the fun. One time I was in Oklahoma for the Grand Nationals of BMX and I fucking bailed in my first or second race, at big races, you have to race many times to qualify for the main event if you can fucking make it to the main event. And I got fucked up. I scraped both of my knees so fucking badly, and I didn't fucking take off my racing pants all day. So the fucking wounds scabbed up and pussed up and dried up, and the racing pants were lined with like a mesh. So the fucking scabs were a part of the mesh, or vice versa. So fucking later that night in the RV, I had to fucking cut the shit off. I mean, it was just crazy as fuck, you know? And then be ready to somehow try to qualify the next day, to race again the next day and see if I can qualify to advance through the next round and the next round and the next round to fucking end up in the finals. And sure enough, by Sunday, there I was in the finals. I didn't win in the finals. I don't even remember if I placed. Yeah, I came home from that trip with a third place trophy. I don't know if that was in a preliminary race or that was the main race. I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. But no, believe me, tomorrow I'm not just going to be sobbing and in pain and fucking woe is me and pitying myself. Not at all. I'm going to be having fun, enjoying myself. Another time was here in town where I normally operate. I was in this fucking restaurant. I don't want to give away too much information. There's public records on this one. I was in this restaurant. I lived like a block away and from where I was teaching guitar. I had the perfect fucking life. More students than I could want, tons of money, my own big apartment, paying for all myself, none of my parents' money. All my bills were paid, no fucking problem. And I'm sitting there playing guitar. I think I skipped out on work to stay home and play guitar. I think I skipped out on my students. I was having such a good time playing guitar that day. It's like, I'm canceling on you guys. I'll see you next week. So I get hungry. I have to go into this restaurant. And I'm kept waiting and waiting and waiting. Normally both doors are unlocked, these glass doors. Normally they're unlocked. So by the time I get my burrito, I'm impatient. So I come walking up quickly to these glass doors and I straight arm the door, sort of right at where the metal door frame is, but also hitting the glass a little bit. Turned out that day, that side door was locked for whatever fucking reason. And fucking massive pieces of glass from way up above my head, it's a big tall glass door, came fucking raining down. The witnesses were like, we can't believe you didn't get your fucking head chopped off in this fucking shit. I received a 10-inch fucking laceration up the inside of my forearm, fucking almost from my wrist to my fucking elbow. It's like 9-10 fucking inches, you know, and again, deep too. So, you know, everybody stands around looking at me. They were all in shock. And finally, after a second, I'm like, can somebody please fucking call an ambulance to shake them out of shock? Then they all reacted and came to help me and all this shit. One guy who was a lawyer was like, look, I'm going to give you this number. You call these lawyers, they'll set you up properly, which they did. It turned out that the glass in that door hadn't been changed since the city had kept records on these things. You know, you have to have the certain type of safety glass, and, you know, there's permits and whatever the fuck there is with this red tape and whatnot. There were no records. Like, that shit had been there for many, many, many decades. It was an old sort of historic building, you know, many, many, many decades. So after I come back from the hospital from that, what do? I go right back to my fucking guitar. Even though my left hand, I almost lost the ability to ever play again or use that hand again. With a laceration like that right along my fucking tendons and whatnot, you know, on the inside of my forearm. That's where all your tendons are, your fucking veins, your arteries, whatever the fuck. I'm all stitched up. Came right back home and started playing my guitar. So again, don't worry that my adrenaline's gonna wear off and I'll be fucking pissing my pants and crying soon. Not gonna fucking happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week. In fact, my stitches are supposed to come out in only a week. New phone, bro. I need a new phone. I'm on my fucking iPad and I'm using a public Wi-Fi. No, I need a new phone. I had a $400 GoPro destroyed. You guys will see the pictures. And my phone just disappeared and or was stolen in the whole thing. I think the little knife-wielding fucker that stabbed me again and again in the back took off with the phone. He took off very quickly. I blocked one of the stabs and then he just started disappearing and going up the street. Big Moose stuck around a little bit to try to torment me, so we had a bunch of hostile words between us, but it didn't turn physical again, you know? Yeah. Then I checked my wounds and was like, oh, yeah, there's endless blood gushing out of my back. Let me walk 2 blocks down Market Street past all the ghetto people again and get over to those municipal workers. I knew they had radios, you know, and they're municipal workers. They get assistance right away. Seemed like ambulance and cops showed up less than 2 minutes after they put out the call. Fucking hell. Thanks, man. I'm damn glad I'm good. It's hard looking at this shit on the iPad too. It always wants to fucking, this chat wants to fade away. What did the big guy say after the video? He just kept saying, this is what happens when you fuck with Muslims. Don't fuck with Muslims. He was coming at me with some like fucking Muslim supremacy shit, guys. Fucking hardcore. Fucking hardcore. As I said before, I feel like a proper fucking London hooligan. They got a lot of problem with violent fucking Mus over there. Violent Mus have taken over the southeast London, the historic area that the Cockneys came from. The London British hard men, the bare knuckle boxers, the football hooligans, the fucking multi-generational criminals, the gentleman bandits. They all came from southeast London. It's a shit neighborhood, you know. So all the fucking Mus cunts that have come in the past 20 years have all went there, and I love those working class British, and they've had endless fucking problems with Mus. I'm telling you guys, if I went to fucking London, the lads that I respect, they would fucking love me. They would fucking love me. I put myself on the front lines and did battle with fucking knife-wielding fucking Muslims and lived to tell the tale. Surprisingly enough, fucking bastard stabbed me in the back repeatedly. I thought I was stabbed like 6 times. I was feeling like little rabbit punches, and I was like, he's not punching me that soft. I'm being fucking stabbed. Then I blocked one, and he stopped stabbing me. The hospital, they're saying I was only stabbed twice, but they're massive fucking wounds. 6 inches across, couple inches deep, another inch deeper. Might not be here to tell the tale. That's the fact of the matter. Buy a gun. I'm on the fucking San Francisco Peninsula, and I'm a law-abiding person. Now, I should be able to apply. There are gun permits you can get if you can show you have an extra special reason. Like up by Elon's and whatnot, there's some celebrities that totally, they have gun permits that are given to them. But it's very fucking hard to get a permit like that around here, believe me. And of course, I'm going to have to go through some fucking lib cunt DA or whoever the fuck decides these matters. And they're not going to like me very much. They'll prefer that I just get fucking killed. You guys have to understand, I'm on the San Francisco Peninsula, the land of the endless lockdowns and the most libtard fucking cunts embedded in government you'll ever fucking see. We have more libtard cunts embedded in government than fucking anywhere else in the country. More than Portland, more than Seattle. Think about Dianne Feinstein and Nancy Pelosi. Have a gun? I can't have a fucking gun. You don't think I'd like to have a fucking gun doing lion quests? Yes, I would. Shit, at this point, I'd like to just succumb and give in and have fucking bear spray. My finances are fucked. My normal mode of making a very nice living and not have to fucking beg for money from my parents or random people on fucking line is all fucked up because of libtard cunts. I've been thwarted by COVID again and again and again and fucking again the past year and a half. San Francisco Peninsula, eh? Totally should have fucking moved to Texas. After the first big White Lives Matter, I had some legit offers. One to a ranch in Montana, another to a ranch in Texas, and I probably should have pursued those and just gotten the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'd love to have a fucking firearm going around doing this shit, obviously. Fucking bastards. Fuck the law, carry for your life, man. I hear you. But I've got endless cops and officials watching my streams, and I'm a counter-propagandist. As a partially black person as well. It's important to me that I demonstrate that I'm a law-abiding man. I'm a counter-propagandist trying to counter the BLM fucking bullshit. So me getting arrested for having an illegal gun on me really runs counter to my counter-propaganda operation, doesn't it? I'm handcuffed in a lot of different ways, guys. That's one of the craziest things about this whole stupid project, bro, is that my hands are fucking cuffed behind my back in a lot of fucking ways, man. Yeah, you don't think I'd love to have that fucking bushwhacking tool that I do use on the Lion Quest because I'm lawfully carrying that? I looked into the laws of San Francisco. You can have a 2.5-inch blade, but you can't possess that blade while, quote, wandering back and forth on the public streets, which is what a live streamer does, doesn't he? And you can't have that blade, even though it's tiny, Well, in a park in San Francisco, which I've done repeatedly, and there's all kinds of niggling little fucking laws like that where the bastards could take me down, even for having a 2.5-inch knife, let alone my big fucking bushwhacking tool strapped to my fucking waist. As I said, hands are cuffed behind my back in a lot of different fucked up ways. It's just, the whole thing's ridiculous. People have warned me doing this shit in the San Francisco Peninsula, gonna have a lot of fucking problems, man. Nothing's normal about this whole situation. It's fucked. The whole thing is really fucked in a lot of ways, bro. But it's fucking funny as hell. That's the only thing that keeps me going, is that it's just too funny. Everybody in my personal life is like, oh, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Imagine what they're gonna say now. I'm gonna come under heavy pressure. Shit, I had my dad bail me out financially, what, yesterday? The day before? Now I've been fucking stabbed repeatedly in the back and almost killed by Muslims? Fucking hell, man. Hands are cuffed behind my back. But we've had a hell of a lot of fun. I'd like to have a hell of a lot of more fun too. I'm not done, I'm telling you. Put a new phone in my hand right now. I go to T-Mobile, they hook me up with the same phone number and whatnot. Bam, I'd stream tonight. Not in San Fran shithole, but I reckon I'd go up and do a lion quest. I need to get up there and do a lion quest. On the community page yesterday or whatever, I posted that a mountain lion fucking killed a deer and was photographed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon standing over his kill right along that trail I go along at the lake all fucking night alone in the fucking pitch dark, nothing protecting me but my flashlights and my bushwhacking tool. I was so pissed off that I couldn't get up there right away right after I heard that news. It was a couple of weeks ago, but I was all broke and all fucked up and everything, you know, and had to focus on scraping together some fucking monies and whatnot, and I couldn't go up there. I should have gone up there last night. I almost did, but I wanted to give everybody a good San Francisco stream because I'd been gone for a fucking month. I didn't want to come back with a kind of good stream. I wanted to come back with San Francisco madness, which I did. Which I fucking did. Fuck. Cool black guy gave me a cigarette at the train. The whole thing at the train coming back, it was just insanity, man. Just fucking insane. Climbing 8-foot fences to get through the fucking ghetto, to get to the train after I've been fucking stabbed. And finally, after I'm waiting around at the train station for like fucking almost an hour, this black dude, tall black dude, was over there, and I saw him smoking a cigarette. So I went up to him and was like, bro, I've been stabbed. Just came from the hospital, had all kinds of crazy missions, just trying to get over to the train station. A cigarette would do me right now, even though I quit smoking a long time ago, you know. He hooked me up properly. That black dude was so cool, so chill, talking to me about everything. He also was not fucking happy about Muslims pulling some shit like that either. Be banned for showing a knife wound? I don't know. Hey, Wes, the drum guy, good to see you, bro. I did sort of censor when I dislocated the fingers. I showed it in the video at the hospital. You could see how dislocated they were. But the icon for the video, the photo that represents the video, I didn't show that. It was so grisly, I kind of didn't want to show it. I just showed my fingers after they relocated them and there was a lot of blood and everything. I was like, hey, this is grisly enough. In part because of censorship and in part just to spare people from seeing it. When I first got in the ER for that one around Christmas, the nurse that, like the intake nurse that had to deal with me initially, her fucking legs were twitching massively, uncontrollably underneath the table just from looking at my fingers. So I spared people from seeing that, you know, like you have to watch towards the end of the video or whatever to see how bad it really fucking was. Yeah, I was sitting there laughing and she's twitching. I'm comforting her. I was comforting her like, hey, it's not that painful. Please relax. I'm okay. You know, I'm comforting the fucking medical practitioners and I'm the one that's fucked up. And she's like, well, what is your level of pain on a scale of 1 to 10? It's 10, right? You know, she starts to write 10 with her pen and I'm like, it's a 5 or something. It's okay. Like, relax. I accepted no painkillers, no opiates, no fucking Tylenol, no fuck all in that incident, and the same in this incident. Stabbed fucking viciously, repeatedly in the back. I walked out of there having taken no painkillers. They shoot you up with the lidocaine before they stitch you up, of course, you know, the local. But I accepted no fucking opiates, no fuck all. I don't fucking like to take pills. unless it's absolutely necessary. I did accept a tetanus shot though, guys, and I never do. In the finger dislocation, they insist that I take a tetanus again and again. I refuse. I had no tetanus. But in this one, being stabbed by a filthy Muslim's filthy fucking knife, yeah, bro, I took the fucking tetanus. I haven't had one since I was a little kid because I always refuse. We got another train coming through. Look at the chat. Vaxxed. Yeah, it is a vaccine, the tetanus shot. Real psycho hours. Yeah, no shit, dude. I wouldn't still be streaming. Well, maybe I would have still been streaming. Yeah, I am fine. I'm in no danger of dying. It punctured no internal organs or anything like that. My spine is fine. My liver's fine. My lungs are fine. I wasn't pissing blood. Nothing like that. I just took some fucking proper fucking stabbings, but it was only the flesh, a couple inches deep, you know? I don't know what kind of blade he was using on me. I never saw the fucking blade, man. I was dealing with the big guy, and all of a sudden the little guy's coming up behind me kind of from the side. He was at the side, but he's stabbing towards the back, you know, and bam, 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 bam. I feel him hitting me, and I'm like, holy shit, yeah, I'm sure I'm being stabbed. Fucking little muzz cunt. Healthcare should be free. Well, American healthcare system is fucked up. Something has to be done. It pisses me off. You know how many elderly people in this country lose their fucking homes over medical bills? Isn't it great we have elderly people, 80 years old, that lose their home at that stage in their life? I don't like living in a fucking country where that's even possible over bullshit like that. If we don't protect our elderly, we're shit, we're scum, we're worth nothing. Not protecting your elderly is like not protecting your young. How many fucking millions of abortions do we have in this country? How many fucking homeless elderly do we have in this country because of fucking medical bills? That's where, you know, I agree with the left-wingers to a degree on that one. I don't necessarily agree with, they want universal health care, they want it for the illegals, and they want to ban private insurance completely and have everyone stuck on the same commie system. I don't agree with that at all, but I do agree with them that something goddamn has to be done. It's ridiculous. Cunts. Your kids prevent that. They should. Yeah, your kids should. If they're able, absolutely, man. Very important to have a family structure. You're right. It's the family should be responsible primarily for making sure the elderly are taken care of. But a lot of times it doesn't happen, man. We got homeless elderly in this country, and fucking plenty of them. Breaks my heart. Do dono? Yeah, please fucking dono, guys. I'm giving up fucking pints of blood here, man. You wouldn't believe the amount of fucking blood all over the fucking sidewalk as I'm walking to get help. All over the fucking ambulance gurney and all over in the hospital and everything, and everywhere I was, there was yet another fucking pool of blood, dude. They had me, you know, they put 2 IVs in me, 2 bags of whatever the solution is, you know. Fucking gnarly, man. Rounding up homeless people, turning into beef jerky. I can show you the bandages. I'll show you that, but I cannot. You don't expect me to unwrap the bandages from my back. It's hard to even get to. It's on my fucking back. You'll see fucking plenty of it. Okay, let me show. I'll try to show the bandages. This is hard. I'm on a fucking iPad, and this has a cover that wants to fucking flop over here. I mean, hold on. Can I switch cameras? I don't know how to fucking use an iPad for a goddamn stream. All right. Okay, we got that prop there. Let me show you guys what I can. Let me see. Whoa, is my shirt stuck to? What am I? Can you guys fucking see this shit? You guys see that shit? You see that massive fucking bandage? See it compared to my hand, and I have fucking big ass guitar playing hands. You see the fucking bandage? You see this fucking shit? I wish I could take it off, you fucking bastards, you fuckers. Watch. Look at this, cunts. You fucking cunts. Can you cunts fucking see anything? I can't see, and this is hurting me to fucking stretch my body in this fucking weird way. You fucking bastards. Can you see this shit? What do you see? That's not even all the way uncovered. I got 2 fucking stab wounds that are about 6 inches long and a couple fucking inches deep. It's not a fucking joke. Any of my regular viewers know I don't fucking lie and exaggerate and act like a fucking dipshit. I don't have to. I am a dipshit. So the trouble I get into is all legit, guys. We don't fucking lie and hoax and fucking do whatever other little fucking shit cunts do on their channels. Not at all. Unfucking believable. So yeah, it's that and a couple knots on my fucking head. Kind of don't want to show all that right now, though. So apparently my phone, I mean, the stream ended very quickly after the main battle was over and whatnot. So it would seem that my phone was smashed and destroyed in addition to the GoPro, which is good, because obviously I don't want the fucking Mus cunts to have it. I have a two-part verification, but part of that verification is that phone, which is clever, isn't it? That's been bothering me this whole time. You know, you're live streaming, but then your phone, you're so vulnerable with your phone. Opens you up to a lot of vulnerability. Had my channel become successful quickly, I would have, you know, a couple phones that each have their own independent cellular account and whatnot, you know? And if something happens to the one phone, boom, I'd just come back and stream on the other. I wish I could have shown you guys the escape from San Francisco part, the hospital, the gore, and then me escaping through the fucking ghetto for endless hours to get back down here to where things are fucking civilized. I walked through crazy parts of the ghetto I've never been to in San Francisco. Sure as fuck haven't been on foot in the middle of the night after being fucking stabbed. Unfucking believable. The phone is in space. John Tidor. Well, if anyone would know where the phone went, it'd be John Tidor, wouldn't it? Our resident time traveler is here. Post wounds to IP2. Yeah, I need to get some fucking pictures of this shit, you know? You hate believers, so God sent you a lesson and publicly exposed you as Satan? Really? I hate religious people? Fuck off, cunt. UN Palestine, cunt. I hate religious people? You're a dumb fucking cunt. Saucy bastard. Face ID? No. I don't believe so. Come at me, my blood will be shed. That's suitable. Blood was shed, but it was yours. Not entirely. I predicted all along the majority of the blood that would be shed would be mine. Largely, you know, from a mountain lion incident or something. I generally expect that I will be attacked if I keep fucking pushing, you know, duh. How many carcasses have I found? How many fresh kills have I found in my lion quests? It's endless. Basically every fucking stream I find bones, carcasses, and the occasional fresh kill, like up at Elon's that time. No fucking bear spray, no firearm. I mean, duh, you think I'm stupid? Of course my blood's gonna be shed, duh. I'm comfortable with that as long as my face doesn't get destroyed, which is why I'm so pleased with how this Muzz incident turned out. And that's why I wear a full face helmet on the lion quests. Of course it'll go wrong. That's the whole fucking point. How else can I generate excitement? Machete, oh, I wish I just had my bushwhacking tool. Exactly, nobody wants to come at you when you have a huge fucking blade like that. It's just a no-brainer, you know? Some guy with a fucking 6-inch knife really doesn't want to come at you. Can't do it. I can't even go around San Francisco conducting my activities with a 2.5-inch blade if I want to do it lawfully with any length of blade. You cannot enter a park. You cannot wander to and fro on public property, which is what every live streamer essentially does. Anybody that goes out on the streets. And there's a whole bunch of other niggling little laws of that sort as well that keep me from having any sort of a blade, even a tiny little fucking blade when I'm out there. Just can't do it lawfully. You just can't do it lawfully. You can't do fuck all lawfully here on the San Francisco Peninsula, guys. San Fran shithole. Bastards. Fucking incredible, man. What can you do? Sit here and take it. Buy a stab-proof vest? I would love to. Fucking donate. Maybe I goddamn will. Those are serious wounds. You got a good look at it? Yeah, did people get a good look at it? I didn't look at that part of the chat. You know, when I was showing this and whatnot, someone would snitch on you. Of course. Dude, I got cops and all kinds of officials all up and down this peninsula, from fucking Palo Alto, Stanford University, all the way up to San Francisco, watching my streams. I mean, come on. I understand most of you guys get it. You totally get it. But there seems to be a couple trolley idiots that just fucking can't pull their heads out of their asses. They're living in fantasy land. I'm on the San Francisco Peninsula. I got cops and officials and politicians watching my streams. And some of these cunts would love to take me down. A lot of the cops are more patriotic and more right-wing, you know, by nature, just due to the job. But I've got officials and politicians and shit cunts, maybe fucking lib DAs watching my shit too, man. San Francisco DA, I know, I mean, think about it. I'm in the land of Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein. Maybe people in other parts of the country or other parts of the world don't really get it. San Francisco, guys. It's really quite amazing I've gone as far as I fucking have. How many of those cunts right now, lib shit cunts that watch my shit, are real pleased that I got stabbed? They're just disappointed that I'm laughing about it and that I'm not fucking dead or in tears. Bastards. I hate little shit cunts that never enter the arena, never put their own ass on the line, and just sit up in the stands and hurl criticism. And I also resent the fuck out of patriotic or right-wing YouTubers that just fucking sit in a little studio and read other people's articles and fucking get huge fucking endless donations. You know, there's people that I respect the hell out of. Tim Pool, Luke Rudowski. I've been a fan of Luke Rudowski for fucking 15 years, you know? But I do resent, in his early years, he did go out in the streets. He confronted politicians. He didn't confront thugs and knife wielders. But he put his ass on the line again and again. But then in recent years, he just cowers in his studio. But they get all the subscribers and all the money. Fucking Tim Pool's walking away with fucking millions every year off his op. No, I'm out here on the San Francisco Peninsula, behind enemy lines, putting my fucking ass in danger time and time again, trying to fucking correct some of the goddamn libtard bullshit where these bastards are just running all over the rest of us that care about this country. And I get fuck all. I get 4,000 subscribers and fucking no donations and just fuck all. What I get is all my equipment smashed and stabbed repeatedly in the back by Muslims. That's what I get. Believe me, I got my fucking resentments. I don't appreciate people that don't put themselves in the fucking arena or take any chances. It's ridiculous. Fucking Tim Pool, he pretended he was going to go to Washington. You guys remember that? People that watched Tim Pool leading up to the whole thing with Trump, he pretended, oh, we're gonna set up in Washington. And then when it got closer to the date, he made all kinds of excuses as to why he didn't go. And I knew the whole time he wasn't going to go. He was just pitching that to his viewers, keeping his viewers invigorated and excited and engaged and keeping them donating. Believe me, I fucking resent little cunts. I fucking resent them. Cunts that sit in a fucking studio and read news articles that other people wrote. They don't even do real journalism and write their own shit. But they get all the fucking accolades, and I get a knife in the back again and again, literally and figuratively, eh? It's lovely. Bastards. The anger does motivate me, though. It's fucking, I like a little anger to get motivated with. Yeah, Tim Pool libtard, a little bit. He was a lib, and he still is a little lib. You can't trust him completely. He's done a lot of good work. I like the guy, and I really like that Cassandra Fairbanks has been a regular guest, and apparently now she's working for Tim Pool. Cassandra Fairbanks is the one that wrote the article about me for the Gateway Pundit about my biggest White Lives Matter action, you know? So I'm this close to traveling in those circles, you know? You would think I'm sort of close to being on Pool himself. But none of these fucking milquetoast fence-sitting cunts, they don't want to get involved with a crazy fucker like me, do they? No, they don't. In part, maybe because I reflect poorly upon them, because they sit there looking like fence-sitters sitting in the stands while I'm actually trying to put myself out into the arena and fucking make something happen as a counter-propagandist. Bastards. I've got a lot of frustrations, man. But I enjoy the whole thing. All those frustrations aside, I don't really care. The fact of the matter is, I think this shit's funny as fuck. And I think it's hilarious. I love the fucking adventure. Endless hours of walking around streaming. I think it's funny. I'm laughing the whole time. I'm invigorated the whole time. I very much enjoy it. And I very much enjoy the vast majority of my viewers. I think are great people and funny as fuck. And I know they're just as pissed off about all this bullshit as I am. See, here we, oh, Mike Jones! Finally got what I deserved. You're right, Mike Jones, I did get what I deserved. I got a wonderful chance to prove myself as a real man, not a little sniveling fucking troll cunt like you. You'll never enter the arena, cunt. Suck your fucking thumb, bitch. Cunt. See that little Mike Jones motherfucker? He's an anti-white. He's a black man, and he's a fucking anti-white. He's been hating on me for months. He doesn't want any minorities to stand up and say that European peoples should not be fucking shamed, should not be gaslighted, that young European males should not be made to feel guilty over goddamn bullshit that happened 200 fucking years ago. That's Mike Jones. Piece of shit cunt. Fucking piece of shit cunt. Jogger. He's a fucking piece of shit. He's less than a fucking jogger, dude. He's a nothing man. What the English would call a nothing man. Just a piece of shit stuck to the sole of somebody's shoe. That's what Mike Jones is, cunt. What happened, Mike Jones, is I just fucking put a new feather in my cap. I established great bona fides as a fucking proper solid bloke. That's what I just did, and I'm very happy about it. I had a lot of fun during the whole time, man. It was great blocking the punches from the fucking big moves. I felt so fucking good because I was like, holy shit, I'm defending my face beautifully here. The fucker couldn't hit me square in the face. Beautiful. Fucking funny as fuck, man. You'll never know the euphoria, Mike Jones, of putting yourself in the arena and battling for your life. You'll never know that euphoria, Jones. Cunt. The JIDF, JDF, Jewish Defense Fund, or I don't know what JIDF would be. I had a brawl, Scott Mick. I held my own. But I had two attackers and one circled around to my side and started fucking plunging a knife into me, into my fucking back properly. 6-inch lacerations that are a couple inches deep. Another inch deeper, I might very well just not be here at all. I might be in the spirit world right now, which really is where I wish that I was. My whole life I've wished that I was a disincarnate spirit. That's where I'm supposed to be, because that's really what I am. I live in a creative realm within my own mind. The material world means almost nothing to me. If I wasn't into sports, the material world would literally just mean absolutely fuck all nothing to me compared to most people. I'm supposed to be a disincarnate spirit. And after the woman that I loved died now 4 years ago in my arms, a woman who was, who bore one of the most impressive names in American history by marriage, stepmother to an infamous woman here, right here on the peninsula, one of the most infamous women in American history herself. When she died in my arms, that only reinforced that I want to be in the spirit world. I don't even really want to be here. I consider the SavageAudits project a slow motion suicide. I've been well aware the whole time. There's a high probability I'll be stabbed, shot, or fucking eaten up by mountain lions, you know? The prospect of that pleases me a little bit. I don't want to be maimed and disfigured. But if I go down and die, I'm very comfortable with that. I have some affairs I have to put in order, including historical documents and photos that pertain to these very famous people. I'm in possession of endless thousands of these things, and I do need to get these digitized and maybe just dump them all online or something so that they will carry forth when I'm no longer here. I do have a few things like that. And I have an album with a famous guy that I never released from a long time ago that really I should fucking finally release or do something. I had a lawsuit with a record company and just all sorts of bad blood and madness. After all that was done, I just didn't care about the album anymore. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to waste fucking 5 minutes of my time even putting this goddamn album out. What I'm going to do is just go out on my BMX all fucking day, every day in the hills, hitting massive jumps and quarter pipes and not even think about the goddamn music industry. I'm supposed to live in the spirit world, guys. I'm not even really supposed to be here at all. Don't want to die at the hands of filthy fucking leftists, filthy fucking reconquistas, or fucking filthy fucking ghetto thugs, or goddamn filthy knife-wielding fucking mus cunts, though, do I? I'd much rather die at the hands of the lions, you know? That's just completely noble. I'm not giving a victory to the fucking lib cunts, at least not directly in something like that. And that really could happen. You know, they tell us these mountain lions are solitary and everything, and we know they're all over my areas, right, where I do these quests again and again and again. But the truth is, sometimes there will be multiple lions together. There's a video on YouTube of a guy's porch. I don't remember where he is, if he's in Washington or Canada or where the fuck he is. But out on his porch, he had, you know, some bowls for dog food and some bowls for water, and it was very hot. And he had 6, 7, 8 fucking mountain lions on his fucking porch, on this deck. They climbed up on this deck. I think it's a high deck. Got up on this deck because they wanted the water. You know, so it's one thing, hey, maybe I'll run into one mountain lion, maybe he'll attack me, maybe I'll be stabbing him in the eye with the screwdriver that I keep in my sock for that very purpose if one ends up all over me. But what happens if you run into 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7? Up there along that lake, it's where they all congregate, man. The multiples have been seen, including 2 weeks ago, a massive mountain lion had the deer. You guys can look that up. If you look up San Mateo mountain lion deer and just do a news search, you'll see it. It's right up there. It's Sawyer Camp Trail, where I go along up there again and again in the middle of the goddamn night, completely alone, miles from fucking any chance of any help, and it's pitch dark up there. It's usually foggy up there, so even if there's a moon or if there's stars, there's just nothing. You can't see anything. Occasionally I'll turn off the flashlight just so the viewers can see how dark it is. It's fucking gnarly as fuck up there. I had proof of concept when I captured the incident with the bobcat. I've shown that I can go out there and trigger incidences, encounters with these mysterious cats. What do you think's gonna happen if I keep pushing? We're gonna go a lot further into the Santa Cruz Mountains than that too, man. Yeah, of course there'll be blood, and most of it's more likely to be mine. I've known that from the beginning. I'm not a fucking idiot. Damn, this thing's going so fast. Modern day Ernest Hemingway. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kikes, niggers, spits, and sand niggers, eh? There's a nice contribution to the conversation. Timed out by NPC 2000. Hey, NPC 2000 is here. I've been thinking about you, brother. People that don't know, NPC 2000, he got himself fucked up by a little crew of leftists quite a few months ago now. Really, that's quite a while ago. This got to be 7 months ago or whatever the fuck it was. Out there in by El Paso, Texas, as I recall. He's a fucking great man. He was going out and confronting anti-Trumpers, little groups of them at their protests alone, as just fucking one guy before I started any of this shit. I didn't know about him until later. When I discovered him, I went back and watched his earliest videos. I was very impressed with this man, and he put himself in the arena. He got himself properly fucked up, and he got arrested and charged, even though it was like 6, 7, 8 motherfuckers that jumped him and held him down and beat the fuck out of him. These fucking cops and DA fucking ended up charging him in the incident. We're still waiting on resolution for that, and we're all hoping that it works out very well for NPC 2000. NPC 2000, the proper fucking bloke. A proper fucking bloke. Makes me feel like I'm a G, this camera angle. Yeah, it's terrible, man. I got this fucking iPad and it has a fucking case on it that has a cover, you know, like a flap. I have to hold the damn flap up so it doesn't drop down over the camera. I've never streamed through the iPad before. And I'm on a fucking public Wi-Fi right now. Because I have no fucking cellular access because my phone is gone. Turned evidence to the police, you rat snitch. Look at this little cunt. You're such a slimy cunt. You make me laugh though, so keep it up, bro. 2 Arabs were paid by the CIA. Funny idea. It was the weird thing about the 2 Arabs is just the look on their face, you know, as they were approaching me. It was weird. They just had this blank look on their face. I wasn't really reading them as all that hostile, you know. It was strange. I didn't say anything to them. I wasn't even looking at them or thinking about them. Just went crazy spitting Arabic at me in the middle of the brawl and yelling all their shit about fucking with Muslims. Liberals are brain damaged. Fuck yeah. In this day and age, they sure are. Fucking libtard cunts sure as fuck are. So Mike Jones thinks you're a snitch if you cooperate with the police. That's a rat coward. You see, guys? He's a jogger. He's a jogger. He's a black criminal thug and an anti-white. That's exactly what he is. As I've told you all along, Mike Jones, the more you talk, the more you expose yourself as a scumbag to decent people, deserving of absolutely no respect. You're not going to find that your nonsense is going to meet with a welcoming audience here, Mike Jones. So Mike Jones thinks that Muslim scum should be able to attack American patriots and knife them in the back, and that the American patriot is the bad man for cooperating with the police in any subsequent investigation. Can you imagine what kind of a scumbag ghetto piece of trash this Mike Jones character is? I said it once before and I'll say it again, Mike Jones, you're a fucking nignog. That's all you are, a fucking gollywog. If you even know what that is, you cunt. Yeah, I made it. I survived it under the Coke sign. I got stabbed viciously twice in the back by the second Muslim. 6-inch long lacerations, couple inches deep, proper. They were telling me at the hospital that I'm pretty fucking lucky to be alive. You know, it could have been a situation where I was going to be rushed right into the ER and have, you know, maybe a 50-50 chance of ever coming back out of the fucking ER. But I did manage to block one of the knife blows, and that turned out to be the final blow. I might have saved my own life with that, and I had these elbow and forearm guards on from my BMX and mountain biking activities underneath my clothes. Scumbags can't tell I have the armor under my clothes. Gives me a little bit of an edge, you know? I don't know, bro, but I came out alive, my face intact, teeth intact, nose intact, eyes intact. Just got fucking stabbed viciously multiple times in the back, that's all. Blocked it with your stomach. Thank God I didn't. Oh shit, dude, that would have sucked. Damn, I'm so glad he didn't plunge that fucking thing into my stomach, man. Talk about vital organs. Holy shit. Holy shit. Fucking Muz. Of course it's Muz, too, eh? I'm not a fan of Muz immigration into Europe, England, and America. I see large swaths, not all Muslims, but large swaths of Muslims to be completely incompatible with Western ideals, you know? I'm willing to judge many of these people on an individual case-by-case basis. I don't like to judge millions of people with some, paint them with one brush. You know, I'm willing to judge people on a more individual basis, but my general position is, I wish to God all these millions of Muz didn't come to Europe, England, and America. They've fucked up my beloved England and London so badly, man. So fucking badly. And they love their knives. It's quite suiting that I was fucking stabbed by Muz. That woman I was talking about that married into the most famous family, she was much older and was a European and had ancient prejudices against Muslims. And she herself, this dear, wonderful, amazing woman, had told me, the Muslims will stab you. The Muslims will stab you. Not necessarily referring to me directly, just in general. After I was stabbed, I was like, oh my God, she was right. She was more right than she would ever know. She's in heaven now, looking down upon this whole scene, I'm quite sure. Still taking care of one of her pets too that I inherited amongst other things. I gotta get up to the goddamn auction house in San Francisco. I gotta stop fucking around in the streets and get up to the auction house with a couple of these paintings and get myself a fucking nice payday a few months later, you know? Fucking bastard. I'm too addicted to fun. I'd rather be broke and have all kinds of fun than do something bureaucratic like that. I haven't done that, gone to the auction house to sell shit since she died. Like when she was alive, we were doing that. I still, I really should be doing that in San Francisco. Wouldn't that be smart instead of getting stabbed? Make a little coin. The really valuable paintings are all gone, but I got some paintings that are tens of thousands of dollars. Sell a couple of those. I don't have any more money problems for a year, eh? GenWow, yeah, GenWow. I was stabbed repeatedly in the back by fucking Muslims and almost killed. That's what happened. Fucking hell. Of course it's Muz. Of course! So I'm declaring myself an honorary member of the English Defence League and Britain First and various other British anti-Muz fucking groups. I'm declaring myself an honorary member after following their activities for the past decade and now battling Muz and almost being fucking murdered by knives. I declare myself an honorary member. EDL. EDL. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy with Tommy Robinson, the one-time leader, the original leader of the EDL, of course, and his fucking Zionism and his connections to Zionists and his trips to Israel and on and on and on. But nevertheless, I love those early years of the English Defense League. Man, I'm right there with them. Gotta get ourselves over there, huh? Train! Holy war now. It is a holy war, and they declared it against us. But of course, our governments are responsible for endlessly invading the Middle East and stirring these people up and causing all these problems, largely for the benefit of Israel, of course, you know, divide and conquer at the ultimate scale. But nevertheless, they've declared war against us in the streets of Europe, England, and even a bit in America, haven't they, time and time again? I'm just the latest victim. That's all. That's all. We really do need an Arabic translator, too. A good, proper fucking Arab, you know. Somebody that fucking isn't anti-white and anti-European to give us a translation on what kind of fucking Arabic gibberish those cunts were fucking spitting when they were fucking stabbing me and everything, you know? I have no idea what the fuck they were saying. And, you know, I lived in Egypt. When I was a young boy from the age of 2 to 5 or 6, my family lived in Egypt. My dad's a physicist, as many of you know. And the American government and the Egyptian government have been allies for a long time, generally allies. And we were assisting them in building a nuclear power plant over there way back then. And myself, as a young lad, I lived years there. In fact, I've been told in my family that the first words that I spoke were Arabic. We were guests of the state. We had, you know, chauffeurs and a large staff of maids and et cetera, as very important guests of the state, as my father was. And those maids were a big influence. And apparently, the first words that I spoke were Arabic. Of course, that doesn't stop fucking Muz cunts from stabbing me, does it? Yeah. They loved me, the Egyptians, because they were like, oh, he kind of looks Egyptian. We want him as an Egyptian, this kid, you know, so they really liked me. Yeah, I spoke Arabic, man. A few words, you know, just as a young kid. Don't remember fuck all of it. I barely have any memories of Egypt, just the slightest memories, because I left when I was like 5 or something, you know. Fuck yeah. Smart parents, incredible. Incredible, dude. Incredible. What a blessing. What a lucky fucker I was, eh? What a lucky fucker I was. Here I am, and Dad's still bailing me out here and there. Yeah, he had to come through with some proper money, you know, some 4 figures to fucking bail me out the other day because I fucked up and went into real irresponsible mode, in part because of the streaming and then in part because of the guitar playing. I just kind of zoned out for, you know, a couple of months, a month and a half. I was like, wow, I'm 2 months behind in all of my bills. Thank God he fucking stepped at the plate and bailed me out again. But I can't count on that always. Especially after this, dude. Go back and get your revenge. Oh, that's what Mike Jones says. Oh, okay, Mike. IP2 always wins. Astericism. Thanks for being here. Great mods. How is the rig? Oh, the rig is destroyed. We got to really test the Defender rigs. Parts of it were super strong, but parts you might think were strong totally failed. The GoPro is all smashed up. I'll post pictures of that and stuff, you know, tonight or tomorrow or whatever the fuck. We found out how tough GoPros really are. They're kind of tough, not all that tough. The housing broke too. Yeah, the housing broke off of the Defender. They're not as tough as they should be. The rigs I build, that's how the fucking GoPros should be built. It shouldn't be like fucking 1/16 of an inch of ABS plastic. It should be like 1/6 or 1/7 of an inch, like the shit that I build, you know? That stuff doesn't really break, man. But yeah, I did manage to come into some bits and pieces. Phone's gone, GoPro's gone. I have it, but it's destroyed. Managed to get my 2 flashlights though. Yeah, that rig only has 2 flashlights. I have those. Fucking madness, man. No, a brawl like that, even my equipment, you know, you're gonna have some problems, sadly. I never got to Defender 4 and Defender 5. When I get to those, they might be able to come through. I have a plan. I don't want to reveal my trade secrets, but I have a fucking plan where it's like a whole fucking other level on top of the level I've already built. Never got around to it. I wish I had a 4 or a 5 during this whole thing. I might have been able to keep streaming. It would have been so badass to be streaming in the hospital, blood everywhere, and then streaming me walking around the ghetto, climbing 8-foot fences after leaving the hospital to try to get to a goddamn fucking train. It was just insanity, man. I was concerned about being jumped again for a couple hours, and then even an hour plus, almost 2 hours at the train station waiting for the train. I didn't go to the train station that I normally go to when I get off in San Francisco. I was at 22nd Street. It's a fucking scary, isolated, weird-ass ghetto over there. Partially industrial, partially ghetto, and just covered in graffiti and weird homeless crack people everywhere out there. It was pretty freaky walking through there after being stabbed. I'm in a slightly weakened state because of the stabbing and everything. And now I'm coming through here, and I don't even have a phone or anybody watching through a live stream. I have no backup at all. It got a little awkward, but I was fucking laughing the whole time too. Might as well laugh. Might as well have fun with your injuries. It's kind of funny. It's kind of fun. It's exciting. It's adventurous. You get the adrenaline, you know. You might as well just go with it. I always do when I have injuries. Even when I got my face fucked up once. We had a problem with this local Crip gang, TCG, Tongan Crip gang. So what? Can you guys imagine Tongan Crips? Wouldn't you like to get into a fight with Tongan Crips? Wouldn't that be fucking fun? One of the fucking cunts had a fucking thug ring on, you know, that wear rings purposely, big ass fucking rings purposely to destroy people's faces. I caught one of those. Yeah, I got a nice scar on my face from that still to this day. I didn't really laugh about that one. Yeah, when you start really fucking up my face, that's when the laughter stops, bro. That's why I'm laughing about this, because I defended my face fucking beautifully, man. But I couldn't prevent myself from getting stabbed a few times. Fucking muzz. A thug ring, yeah, that's what I call them. Because that's why these assholes wear them. You know, it's like their little version of a legal version of brass knuckles, you know? And yeah. You catch one punch to the face with a thug ring, you got a significant laceration on your face. Even if the punch is not strong enough to knock you out, knock you down, knock your teeth out or whatever, boom, your flesh is rendered. Simple as that. Fucking scum. I'll tell the whole story sometime. I don't even want to get into that one. Bastards. I want to keep the hilarity going and have fun with this. Fucking stabbed by Muslims. Fucking muzzies. Unbelievable, dude. I don't know what Arabic gibberish they were yelling, what kind of jihadi shit they were yelling or whatever, dude, but it was intense, bro. Fucking hell. Set upon by fucking muzz. I did get a couple of hits in, yes. Did a great job of defending. I did get a couple hits in on the big lad. And then the little fucker, not little, but 5'10" or whatever he was, smaller, 5'9", 5'10", you know, average sized guy. He came around to my side and started stabbing me in the fucking back. Very difficult to deal with multiple attackers. If they have weapons, knives, you're fucked. Even some of the greatest martial artists in the world, you get in a situation like that, you got a problem. You're not really coming out of it without getting stabbed. You know, that's generally the rule. That's generally the fucking rule. There can be exceptions, but anyone that knows anything about combat, yeah, once it gets to that level with multiple attackers, knives, you expect you're not coming out of that unscathed, no matter who the fuck you are. Not likely to happen at all. It's not like I'm some fucking great fighter or some fucking champion or some shit. Not at all, dude. I'm just an athletic guy that's like to be a little bit crazy and rowdy throughout my life, you know? So I have a little bit of ability to handle myself, but not against multiple attackers with knives. These weren't crackheads, you know? I'm not worried about multiple attackers that are crackheads, even if they have weapons. I'm not really worried about it, no. These were fit, able-bodied men. One dude was like 6'2" and shit and fit. These guys were not homeless, fucking malnourished crackheads. No, these were capable opponents, man, with fucking knives. That's a problem. God, my fucking brother and my dad and everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck? Nobody we know gets fucking stabbed and shit, dude. What the fuck? Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna come under a lot of pressure to shut my operation down, man. Seriously. It's gonna be weird. There's never been something like this in our family. Fuck. So I just talked to my dad, had pretty intense conversations. You know, he kind of liked what I was doing with the White Lives Matter. He gets it. He actually understands it. He's pissed off about critical race theory and BLM's madness and all this stuff too, you know? He was like, racism was almost dead in this country, and now these fucking libtards, they brought it all back, which is exactly correct. Exactly correct. But now, after me being almost fucking killed with this shit, yeah, I expect there's gonna be a lot of pushback, man. Fuck. It's a real shame. I felt like I almost had him on board with this project. He might have started financing this project regularly, you know. Now I feel like, yeah, we went back to zero chance of that again. He's financed some of my other creative projects quite handsomely. I expect exact opposite here. I almost wonder if he would try to finance me to just move out of this area or something like that. Just set up my music studio again and just go back to being a music studio hermit. Oh, I know my whole family wishes to God I was doing that already. And that after they find out about this one, it's possible one of my brothers was watching while this all happened. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that part doesn't make me laugh, dude. That part is like, oh shit, man. Oh, fuck. They don't want me killed, you know? Better fighter than Wuzo. I don't even know who that is. Throw a rock at the train. Face jogger. Yes, Pierce Brosnan, I've returned, but I've been fucking viciously stabbed in the back repeatedly by Muslims. No fucking joke. Proper shit, bro. Was it worth it? Would it have been worth it if you had died? I wouldn't have been worth it if I died. I don't want to die at the hands of Muslims, Reconquistas, libtards, etc. Was it worth it? In general, in a way it was. I had so much hilarity. I will be laughing about this like for years to come. This shit makes me laugh like nothing else. It invigorates me, gives me energy, and just makes me laugh and laugh and laugh, which is exactly what I needed after losing my loved one. I was dead for like at least a year after she died. I was a zombie, just a zombie, and even a zombie, a half zombie for a couple of years after that. It was only when I started this SavageAudits shit and had all the wild rushes of euphoria and hilarity and all the laughter that I started feeling alive again. So in a way it is worth it. Anything's better than being a walking dead and consumed by grief for years. When it first happened and she died, I was like, well, I'm gonna mourn in the classic Victorian fashion. You're supposed to wear black and mourn for a year. So I was like, yes, I'll give myself a year, and then, you know, I'll be better. It didn't work out that way, dude. It didn't work out that way. And I'm a crazy fucker. I decided I loved her so much, I'm gonna put myself through the deepest levels of mourning and grief that any human being's ever fucking been through. Purposefully. And it was horrible. It was a bad idea. The first stage of that was, oh, she has just died, and now the next day I find myself in the warehouse where my music studio was set up, and there's no one there. It's the middle of the night, and it's dark out in the main part of the warehouse. I'm in a smaller room with my equipment, and I'm like, yes, here we go. Let's dive headlong into the grief. I put on a Nocturne by Chopin. A nocturne is a piece of music that's meant to be enjoyed, if you can call it that, at night. You know, so it speaks to the darker emotions, the melancholic emotions. And man, putting that piece of Chopin on through my studio monitors, loud, alone in the dark in that warehouse, consumed with grief, after like 30 seconds, I had to turn it off. I was convinced that I was gonna die just from grief, just from listening to that incredibly powerful and beautiful and melancholic music while going through the grief. I made it like 30 seconds. It almost killed me. It almost fucking killed me. I swear to God, I almost died just from music. So I did all kinds of stupid shit like that, and only the SavageAudits project and all the hilarity and craziness from this really kind of brought me back to life. Every fucking stream, every video, I feel like I'm a little bit back more to my old self and like really enjoying life and just laughing all day, you know? It's not like me to be full of grief for a year and beyond and hardly ever laugh and just be in grief, man. Oh God, it was insane. So the Chopin was too much. I went back to listening to goth music, listening to dark wave music, which is sort of similar, but nowhere near as powerful as a piece of music by Chopin, of course, you know. It was like a low-level, intense grief music. And I haven't stopped either. Yeah, that you can handle. The Chopin, don't do it, man. Don't put on a Chopin nocturne loud, alone, in the dark at night when you're going through the most grief you've ever gone through in your life. I really, you'll find out something about the power of music, but I don't recommend it. You will feel the dissolution of your soul being rendered into tiny pieces with every note, and it's not healthy at all. I can't believe I survived it. I would have fucking killed myself. Had the circumstances been right, she died in my arms. Had the circumstances been right, and I wish to this day that I had done that, I should have killed myself immediately in an effort to try to chase her into the spirit world for us to never be apart. If I could have died the moment she died, I would have. And I wish to this day that I had, even if I couldn't have chased her, especially if it was a suicide. Almost every religion has a tradition that suicides don't go to a happy place when they go into the afterlife. This woman absolutely went to some form of heaven, 100%. So even if I had killed myself immediately when I realized she was dead, perhaps I would have just distanced myself by an immeasurable vast distance, never to be able to find her again. So no, I have to sit here on this earth and carry forth and try to have a natural death as a good person that's built up a lot of good karma. So maybe I will catch up to her in the afterlife, and we can carry on and explore the universe and truly be joyous and free, which is what I've always wanted my whole life anyway. That's the truth. Worst thing that ever happened to me in my life, by far. I would have destroyed the whole world too. For her to live, I would have destroyed the whole world. You, all of you, everyone you've ever known, everything you've ever seen or touched. For us to be able to go off arm in arm into eternity, I would have turned this whole world into a cinder. You know, they talk about Menero fiddling while Rome burned. Oh, I would have burned the whole fucking world, and I would have played my fiddle while I did it, and then gone off happily, arm in arm, without the slightest amount of guilt. In part because I believe there's billions of other planets with advanced life forms on them. We're not entirely unique. So all of humanity and everything on this earth could perish. And the rest of the universe would go on, and she and I would be out there exploring it all right now. I wouldn't be here fucking nursing my wounds from being stabbed by fucking cunt immigrants. So it's sort of a slow motion suicide routine. That's why I knew I'd be bloodied up in these videos, and that I don't really give a fuck that I'm bloodied up in these videos, because the truth is I don't really want to be on this earth. I've never really wanted to be on this earth my whole life, from when I was a very young boy and started reading really dark philosophies and stuff that no young child should fucking be exposed to. I've always hated the material world. I'm a Spartan person. I'm not materialistic at all. Yes, I was raised with money, but I'm not a materialistic person at all. I don't give a fuck about nice clothes, nice cars, any of that. I care about creativity. Being free to create day after day after day, to develop yourself into a state where you can create wonderfully and be happy and be joyous and just stay in that state for as long as possible, no matter what hardships or other external circumstances are out there. Whether you're half starved, whether you have to live in a little fucking wood shack, you know, or whatever you have to do. I'm not a materialistic person at all. I'm not supposed to be on this earth. I was just telling the 32nd degree Freemason that yesterday, whenever the day was. I called my dad yesterday or the day before. The days blend together when you stay up all night. And he was like, my God, you really shouldn't think that way. You're supposed to be on this earth. You have a purpose, blah, blah, blah. But my whole fucking life from when I was like 8 years old or something, I've been convinced, no, I'm not really supposed to be here. So I don't give a fuck if I die or not. I don't want to be maimed. I don't want to be disfigured. I don't want to have my fucking face all chewed up. But if I must go, I'll go gladly, depending on the circumstances. But apparently after you die, you don't really care about the circumstances. When you're looking down upon yourself in spirit form, looking down on your unanimated corpse, apparently you don't really care. You're so above all material concerns, you don't even have any material concerns for your own poor carcass that's laying there in the ER or laying there in the street having been cut to bits by fucking Mus cunts. So who knows? Go gladly, but don't go silently. Yeah, take some fucking assholes out with you. Take some sadistic cunt scum that like to hurt other innocent, helpless people with you. That's going out with honor. That's when you can be killed by Muslims or Reconquistas or libtards, leftist radicals or whoever. If you take enough of the fucking cunts out with you, then maybe you've died with great honor, even though you did succumb to the scummy, filthy enemy that really shouldn't even have any place on this earth at all. Unanimated corpse. Hey, Mike Jones liked something I said? Oh, that's incredible. GBC Savage, what's up? Die fighting the enemies of the West. Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you on that, man. I would prefer to not die in interactions with other human beings. I'm not really a big fan of human beings, you know? I like to have as little interactions with human beings as possible. That's the other weird thing about this project. It's completely unlike me to go out and want to have interactions with people, let alone confrontations and fights and skirmishes and whatnot. It's completely unlike me. I'm like a fucking hermit in a lot of ways. Hardcore recluse. I prefer it to just be me and my girlfriend and kind of no one else, you know? Yeah, that's it. Me and my girlfriend, some sporting activities, some creative activities, and fuck all else. And hopefully she has a lot of money, which has happened a couple of times before. That helps me to not have to worry about the material world, and I can just go drifting off into space until she gets fucking tired of that. That's what I need again. Do not surrender. Definitely don't go down without a fight, huh? This world has been destroyed and I'm at peace with leaving it too. I hear you on that, Salty. Or say with. I hear you on that. I totally think about the woman that I loved that died. And one thing that I'm happy about that she died when she did is she didn't live to see 2020 and beyond. Hey? How about that? Anybody that's had loved ones that died, shortly before 2020, I think you should kind of, take some solace, take some comfort in the fact that that person wasn't here on Earth to see the madness that we fucking descended into. It's crazy, bro. We have to always remember that none of this is normal. This is not how things are supposed to be in our societies. None of this shit is normal at all. We have been put on a horrible, demonic downward path by these fucking New World Order cunt scum. And they've really done a number on us. We're fucked. We of this generation that's alive now, we are here to witness the great descent. The ascent of the New World Order and the great descent of free humanity. Enslavement is at hand, and it seems like it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. I'm totally black-pilled. I try to act like I'm red-pilled, and I'm optimistic that we can prevail and whatnot, but at my core, I've been black-pilled for a long, long time, man. New World Order boys generally win. But I've been wrong before too. Like, I was totally convinced Hillary will win. I always say, hey, you bet with the New World Order they'll win, And but sure enough, Trump was so popular that Hillary lost. Although there is a slight possibility that Trump is a Trojan horse, but I don't think so. Look at how they persecuted Trump, his family, his business and political associates, and how they're still doing it to this day, and how they'll still be doing it 10 years from now. They'll hound his relatives, his sons, his daughter. They'll hound and try to destroy everything associated with Trump forever. It will go on for decades. It really, really will. So that's Trump's bona fides. That shows you that, look, it can't be fake. Trump couldn't have been a Trojan horse, and they created this whole narrative to divert us off into this crap. I don't think so. I don't think so. No president ever gets prosecuted for fuck all in office or after. That's never happened in modern American history. I don't know if it's ever happened in American history at all. It goddamn sure hasn't happened in modern American history. You're untouchable. But apparently only if you play ball with the New World Order boys, because Trump's not untouchable. They keep wanting to prosecute Trump. I was thrilled to see yesterday that, New York State has dropped any pursuit of prosecution against Trump. I believe it was New York State. But no, Trump must be legitimate. All the New World Order boys still want to completely destroy him. They don't fake shit to that level. Look how they fucking faked 9/11. You know, that operation was huge and catastrophic and horrific. And of course, it ripples through to this day, particularly with Middle East policy and whatnot. But it actually, in a lot of ways, it's dwarfed by the effort to take down Trump. Nobody in American history has ever seen anything like that effort. Trump must be legitimate. Yes, he's more beholden to Israel than I would ever like to see any American president, but all American presidents are beholden to Israel. No, Trump must be legitimate. The more they keep persecuting him even after he was president, why would they do that if he was just a fake and a Trojan horse? What benefit would there be to continue to attack the man when he's not even president anymore? I don't see any. I still love Big Papa Pump. He's funny. Trump's funny too, you know, like at least he had personality. These other fucking bastards that all came through Yale and Skull and Bones, they don't even have any personality. They're just horrible, boring shit on people, useless fuckers. They're just order followers, you know? They're like robotic people. At least Trump was like a real, unique person with his own unique characteristics. Even if you were put off by some of his boorish ways and crazy shit he would say, at least he was like an authentic human fucking being with quirks and idiosyncrasies that any unique personality would demonstrate of some sort or another. These other fucking bastards are like robotic. They're like, you know, fucking reptilian alien overlord slaves or something. Minions of the reptilian overlords. Fucking robotic drones. Mind controlled by the various cults and secret societies that they're all mixed up in. That's another thing about Trump. There's no evidence that he is a member of any secret society. That's another reason why they hate him. They don't have him blackmailed with the fucking satanic pedophile murder rituals and shit that these bastards do, you know? So right away, they're like, we can't trust this guy. Some people try to say, oh, Trump went to that dinner and presentation by the Jesuits, and Hillary was there, and Trump made jokes about prosecuting Hillary, which I didn't appreciate, because it was like he was laughing to the insiders that, look, I'm never going to seek her prosecution. So some people try to say, oh, he must be a Freemason or a Jesuit. Then there were photoshopped pictures of Trump in Masonic regalia, like Scottish Free Rite regalia, surrounded by other such figures. And Scottish Rite people that I know in this area, they all believed it. All the people up at the most impressive lodges in San Francisco, they believed it. I was the one that debunked it. As soon as I saw the picture, I was like, looks a little bit photoshopped to me. It's what I told the 32nd degreeer that I know. And I was like, let me get back to you in a couple minutes. Let me do a little research, couple of minutes of research. I was like, here's the original photo. Yes, indeed, it was photoshopped, you know. No, I say Trump is not a member of any secret society. There's no evidence that he is. If somebody knows different, I'd love to fucking hear it, you know, but I say no. I've never seen it. They were so happy, the Scottish Rite Freemasons, because they're pro-Trump, you know, almost all of them are pro-Trump. Even here in San Fran shithole, and they were all excited. You know, oh, look, Trump, he's one of us. He really is, you know. I had to burst their bubble. It was pretty funny. Just looking at it for 1 second, I was like, wait, that looks a little bit photoshopped. The texture of his face, it's a little different than the texture of the other faces, and the texture of the uniform he's wearing doesn't quite look right. This man is putting his life on the line. Unfortunately, yeah, I've really demonstrated that this time. It's all fun and games until you're getting stabbed in the back by a fucking Muslim spitting all kinds of crazy Arabic shit. I mean, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? It's not like I'm streaming in fucking Saudi Arabia and going around and pissing these people off or whatever the fuck, dude. You know, I'm not in Syria or Libya or fucking Iraq or some shit, man. I'm here in America. The least American part of America, perhaps, but technically I'm here in America, and I'm getting fucking stabbed repeatedly back by Muslims that are spitting all kinds of Arabic and fucking Muslim supremacist jargon. What the fuck, bro? Me! Fucking hell. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm glad I survived it, I guess. Really wouldn't want to die at the hand of some fucking filthy invader cunts like that. Fucking bastards shouldn't even be in this hemisphere as far as I'm concerned. There would be exceptions were I dictator. You gotta have your diplomats, and there are some great Muslim people that are very creative, very intellectual, that are not religious fundamentalists or crazy violent shit cunts. You can have a small populace of those people doing their thing in your country. It's good to have some cultural interplay. It's not like I'm against every Muslim on earth. There's how many fucking billions of the fucking Mus? A couple billion, a billion, whatever it is. But no, it's similar to the Mexico situation. There's great people in Mexico. There's somebody that married into my family whose father is the CEO of one of the top companies in Mexico. Fucking high level shit. And that woman that married into my family is a great woman who's actually working very hard to help improve our country through education. Let's just leave it at that. You know, but the endless hordes of fucking millions of immigrants that we have coming, the vast majority of them are low-life criminal scum. Peasants at best, and violent criminal scum at worst. How many times have we seen in my streams and videos where these fucking young illegals, and even guys that aren't young illegals, that are just Hispanic, and I'm not talking shit about every Hispanic. There are great Hispanics in this country that do great things for us. But some of these fuckers, they're so anti-white, it just blew me away. I've always known that they have that it's very popular, these Reconquista ideas. They want to take back the Southwest. But Jesus Christ, when they're telling it to my face that they hate that they have European blood, because I'm telling them, hey, you have European blood too. They tell me they hate that they have European blood. I've had them tell me they hate this country. That one guy, before I started making videos, damn it, I got the train, hold on. Bastard. Yeah, that one young illegal meth addict that came up to me one night when I was parking my car. He came up on a bike with a mask on way before COVID, an intimidation criminal move. Tried to intimidate me because he was afraid I was going to go to that abandoned car, that BMW, beautiful BMW it was before it was abandoned for the past 4 years or whatever. He was afraid I might fuck around over there because I parked right by there and discover all the stolen expensive alcohol that he had stashed in there. You know, so I hung out with him for a while because I had to leave my car there for a while that night. I really had to leave it in that area. So I had to sort of befriend the guy, even though I wanted to cut his throat. I had to sort of befriend him so he wouldn't fucking break into my car. So, you know, I was still smoking then. I was always a very light smoker, 2-3 cigarettes a day. But I was smoking then, and I had some cigarettes, so I gave him some cigarettes. And I stood around and hung out with him, and he smoked his meth, and I'm just watching him. Then he took out some of the liquor and he broke one of the bottles on the curb to break the neck off. And I partook of a couple draughts of that alcohol as well, champagne. And he started telling me in his drug-induced stupor that he hates America and that he wishes that he could join ISIS. Spontaneously, of his own volition, just making these insane utterances to me. I only wish, he showed me some of his paperwork too. I totally could have got his name and everything and sold his ass down the river to the FBI big time, bro. If I ever run into that shit cunt again in light of the SavageAudits project, that's going to be another chapter. If I ever see that fucker around here again, it's right here in my local area, you know. I haven't seen him again. He might be dead or in prison or you know, back in Brazil or deported to Brazil or something. I don't know. But the shit cunt literally told me he hates America, he hates Trump, and he wishes that he could join ISIS. Then I had the other guy who seemed like a Hispanic guy, but he totally seemed like he was born here. He worked in a restaurant. He was behind a restaurant. It's in one of my videos, one of the streams. And he was like a normal guy. He was Hispanic, but just like a normal guy. Dressed well, spoke, you know, good English. I'm sure he doesn't have a great vocabulary, but he had no accent. He spoke like just normal, you know, kind of lower class English or whatever the fuck. And he was so pissed off about me coming through marching saying white lives matter, and we had this little conversation. And he also was like, I hate the fact that I have European blood. As I was pressing him, I told the little fool, oh, I love the fact that I have European blood. Gave me blue-green eyes, landed a lot of hot women right in my fucking lap. There's a lot of these fuckers that are anti-white, that hate this fucking country, that are in this country by their millions. And again, I'm not talking shit about every Hispanic. There are fucking great Hispanics. There are great Hispanics that have immigrated to America and done fucking great things here to help improve our fucking country. I've seen it in my own goddamn family. But sadly, for each one of those, there's untold thousands of fucking assholes that are anti-white and anti-American. It was heartbreaking to me. Time and time again, I've seen it. Especially the guy behind the restaurant. It's one thing when I'm by those ghetto dudes by the train tracks. They're hella ghetto, hardcore illegals. You know, probably just crossed the border a couple of years ago or something with a big racial chip on their shoulder and whatnot. And they're ghetto people. They're scummy, trashy people anyway. It's one thing when those people are telling me they hate their European blood. It's another thing when a guy that's like a normal type guy who just happens to be Hispanic is telling me this shit. I was horrified. I was shocked. I don't understand that. You're angry that your ancestors commingled blood and made you the person you are. You hate that. That you're full of resentment over that. As I said about the guys by the train tracks as I walked away, well, hey, it'd be better if these shit cunts were never born. It'd be better if whatever fucking European mingled his blood with Indian blood, you know, with native South, Central, or even North American blood, to a degree. Mexico's in North America. It would be better if those Europeans never fucking gave the gift of European blood to these fucking shit cunts. Because generations later, the shit cunts resent that they have European blood. All these fuckers. There are so few people in this country that come from Mexico and point south that are 100% Indian blood. They're so few. They're almost all mestizos. They're almost all mixed with European blood because that shit had been going on since the days of Columbus, fucking hundreds of years ago. But still to this day, it seems quite popular that they resent that. They hate that they have some European blood in their veins. They hate themselves. It just blows me away. It makes me sick. One of the saddest things I've ever come across on the channel is that interaction with the guy behind the restaurant. It's in one of the streams. I'm not sure what stream. It's there. I think I date stamped. And you can just click and get to that part. I don't know, bro. I don't understand these fuckers. But, you know, they want to come to America. They want to come to Europe. I'm speaking of this because I'm thinking of the Muz that I encountered and got stabbed by. You know, they're happy to come and take the fruits and take the benefits. But many of them, the whole time, they hate us. They fucking hate us all that live in the West, that support the West and the glorious civilizations that Western people created. And of course, Western people created these civilizations in part on the back of points of the Mediterranean in North Africa and that region of Asia that borders on the Mediterranean and stuff. You know, there's a lot of non-white influence that made European civilizations great. That's just a simple fact. Like even during the Renaissance, part of the Renaissance was an influence from Black Africa. There were Black African dandies, wealthy people, or just very creative, talented people that were accepted into European society because they came and they brought something unique. And that really did contribute to the greatness of the Renaissance that we later all benefited from to this day. But you got a lot of other fuckers that they hate Western civilization, but they're here by their fucking millions. It's horrible. It's a real fucking problem. They destroyed fucking London, and they're destroying other parts of England as well. It makes me sick. Can you imagine? I won't move to some fucking country where I disapprove of their ways and not feel kindly towards them. I won't go there. But those countries are shitholes. No one wants to go there. They all want to come to European-based societies. That's what they like to do. Damn, this fucking battery. Fuck. I'm enjoying this stream. I got 10% left on this battery. I should have came out with a power pack. Maybe I should walk to my car and get a power pack. I might lose my signal though. I'll probably lose my signal. I'm on a public Wi-Fi on my laptop. My phone's been fucking stolen. My GoPro's been destroyed and I've been stabbed in the back repeatedly. Out of all my abnormal streams, this actually in some ways is the most abnormal of them all. Yeah, I'm walking over towards my fucking phone. I got some, my car, I have some power packs there and some cables. Fucking Muslims. Fucking pisses me off. So it's quite fitting that somebody that's given a lot of thought to these... Somebody's being sarcastic? Big up biological women. Hell yeah. That's another thing where rights for vets. Good to have you here, man. Bush Jr. was skull and bones, just like his dad. Absolutely. 100%, every word you just spoke is true. And much, much more, RVW. What is it? R4V. That's it. Yeah, that's my little name for you these days, in print at least. Sort of hard to say. He's a good man, Vietnam vet, you know? Good man having problems battling with the fucking Veterans Affairs to give him fucking decent health care. Recently, Rights for Vets, he got this walker, you know, he's slightly disabled with walking, and he got this fucking walker from the VA, and right away the goddamn thing collapsed, broke, and brought him to the floor. Could have fucking broken his hip, could have hit his head on the ground, could have fucking killed him. That's the level of quality of equipment that our vets are getting from the fucking VA. So his channel, he's all about making videos, trying to push back. He does other political stuff too, patriotic political stuff too, but his main theme is his various battles with the fucking Veterans Affairs Administration, man. It's terrible. Can you imagine? They give him a fucking walker, and the goddamn thing collapses right away and fucking brings him to the ground. What the fuck is that, dude? It's just fucking terrible, man. Fucking thing sit here. Dude, I'm having a cigarette. Don't worry, I'm not gonna start fucking smoking again. I had a couple cigarettes in a pack that were stashed in my fucking car for the past, how long has it been? It's gotta be like a year and a half or something since I quit. Fucking long ass time. These will probably taste nasty. They're all stale and have been, you know, in a car that gets heated up to 140 degrees or something in the sun. Try that for a year and a half and see how your tobacco tastes. This is a special occasion. I think being stabbed by Muslims warrants a little bit of an indulgence that I wouldn't normally partaketh, huh? Thank God to that black guy that gave me a cigarette when I was waiting at the train after all this shit, too. That guy was cool as fuck. It was nice to talk to somebody that was decent, you know, and would help me out a little bit like that. It was cool. Cigarettes are fucking expensive. Around here, there's so many taxes. You pay $10, $11, $12 just for a normal pack of cigarettes. Camel, Marlboro, you know, normal. Not Goulas or French cigarettes or something like that. Normal cigarettes. I hope in other parts of the countries where there's less taxes, the prices are way cheaper. It's insanity around here. So the kindly gesture of that black guy just giving me one cigarette, it actually means a little bit more than it might in other parts of the country. Maybe like in Virginia or something, you know, fucking prices are half that. I don't know. Ingvar from England. Good. Yep. Pretty much my favorite place on earth, other than right here, other than the woods and the beaches here. I just like the English people. Yes, I'm biased because I had English relatives, you know, but I like the English people. I like the upper crust English, and I very much like the working class English as well. Working class means something slightly different than it means here. Working class over there is a lower class generally than we think of here as working class, you know. They're a hierarchical class-based society still to this day, sadly, and I love the downtrodden English. I love them so much. I love their music. I love their fucking music, people. It's no truer words than ever been spoken. Obviously, we've demonstrated that. A nice can of bear spray would have served me very well against the Muz, huh? No shit, dude. Daddy, will you buy me a carton of bear spray, please? That's about all he's gonna buy for me. Yeah, I'm gonna come under serious pressure to stop my activities, man. We've reached an impasse. Would you ever stream with Stop Speeding? I don't know who that is. I followed some streamers for a while, including IP Tours, and modded for a couple people. But that was a while ago now. You know, I'm totally out of touch with what's going on with other people. I kind of don't want to be influenced by other people, you know, so I just don't really, I don't watch other people. I watched when OG Geezer got stabbed. I totally checked that out. I watched that several times. A clip of that. Class isn't about money. You're totally right, bro. Absolutely, shots fired. You're completely right, and I know that better than a lot of people too. You know, I've traveled in very low class circles and the highest class circles. I've got one billionaire's phone number in my phone. Oh, hey, that phone disappeared. I'm sure I have that somewhere else as well. Train. Got attacked by sand joggers. Yeah, sadly. Hey, they earned that title to be called sand joggers by behaving in such an uncivilized fashion. I have no problem with somebody referring to the people of that sort as sand joggers. They should be referred to as a lot worse than that. We don't have words in the English language that are adequate to describe scum of that sort, do we? Not that I know of. My vocabulary is pretty extensive. Bastards. They're worse than Aubrey. Aubrey didn't stab anybody in the back that we know of, right? He was a piece of shit. But what happened? I got stabbed repeatedly in the back by fucking Muslims that were yelling crazy Arabic shit at me. One big Muslim attacked, and while I was fending him off, the other Muslim circled around to my side and stabbed me repeatedly in the back for real. Not little pinpricks, guys. Fucking proper. I showed the stitched up wounds earlier. Maybe I'll show it again in a minute here when this cigarette goes out. What is somebody saying class literally has to do with money? From one definition, yes. But believe me, there are people with a lot of money that act like just pieces of shit. They waste their money indulging themselves, buying $1 million cars and shit, you know. People like that I have no respect for. I have a lot of respect for very wealthy people that do a lot of good with their money and are not consumed with crazy materialism. I don't respect those people. If I had billions of dollars, my lifestyle would be nice, but would be very humble compared to a lot of the billionaires that we're aware of. I would not have some fucking 200-foot super yacht and whatnot, you know. I wouldn't do any of that. I would feel so guilty having people. I can't believe somebody was in here trying to say I'm an anti-religious person. Some trolly fucker was commenting like that. That is so far from true. I wasn't raised a religious person, but I've always been a very spiritual person, and I'm not anti-religious whatsoever. The teachings of Christ are very important and very powerful, and I will stand by that to my dying day. Anti-religious. If Trump was a globalist puppet, why did they hate on him? Exactly. Why are they still trying to destroy everything Trump, everything related to Trump? I don't believe it's fake. I've never seen the New World Order boys carry out a deception operation like this. No one has. It's never been done before. Express happens. You're untouchable once you reach that level. Largely because you don't want to damage the presidency. Even if you hate the president, you don't want to have something, you don't want him to be assassinated because it's damaging the presidency. It's inflicting a grievous wound on our country. That happened to me once. A musician, very last name, he was from India. He went by, well, I shouldn't say what his first name was, but it was a nickname. Gajnu, we'll just say his last name. And during the W. Bush administration, he would go on and on how he wishes Bush would be assassinated. And I fucking hate the Bush family, like anybody that really knows about politics. Going back to before World War II, maybe beyond that, the Bush family has been a great enemy of free humanity. But even W. Bush, I did not want to see him assassinated, because you're striking a blow to our system of governance, to the presidency itself. I never respected that guy again after that. I told him off when he was saying that crap too, and I never respected him again. Poor bastard, he ended up having to move to New Jersey, and I was living in a mansion with my rich girlfriend, and he would call up and he was like begging me, let me come back to California and live with you, man, please. If he hadn't said all that Bush shit, maybe it would have happened. He just didn't go far to take on the tech giants. God, that's true. And that might be from Kushner. Apparently Kushner was telling him, don't go to other sites other than Twitter, don't join Gab or whatever was going on at that time. Got to just stay on the fucking mass media, social media sites, and, really fucked him over. Then, of course, they banned him, and Trump lost a lot of power. He should have fucking put out a tweet, fuck Twitter, I'm going over to this site, and all you millions of my followers join me over here. He sat there listening to Kushner's bullshit. I'm not a fan of Ivanka and Kushner, Fucking hell. The Kushner family are like evil fucking scumbags. His dad is a fucking hardcore felon, a crazy fucking con artist criminal, man. Made his own well, he didn't really do the social network, though. He said he was going to, and then he just did some website. I never even fucking fucked up, though. God, I would have taken great pleasure. I don't understand. They've got some level of control over Trump that I can't quite decipher. Possibly could be related to the Epstein operation, Everything we know about Trump and Epstein, the fine details, say that Trump turned against Epstein and he never really liked him in the first place, He always had a problem with Epstein. Like, there was a time famously once, I believe he went to Epstein's mansion, the mansion that was just magically given to him in fucking Manhattan, and Trump didn't like the company, so Trump went and stood in the fucking kitchen and ate with staff. That's not at all typical of those types of people, man. Not at all typical. No, they'd rather shit all over the staff and get a hot woman and isolate her and rape her or something, or a child, of course. The poor child, Ivanka, stabbed and killed in the Czech Republic. No, I don't know about that. They got Ivanka wrapped up in some satanic ritual or something. I wouldn't be surprised. If you believe in Trump, take the vax. That's another thing, man. I feel that Trump was pushing that just purely for politics. He realized, my God, the New World Order boys are changing the whole social landscape. I have to try to squeeze a political victory out of this and, push a vax and say I'm this great savior that's ended the fucking C-19 nonsense. I tend to think that's why he did it. I certainly do not approve of him having done that. It was terrible. Kip forgot to take his medication. By all kinds of people in his own administration. How about the generals that were lying to Trump about statistics that were going on in our occupations in the Middle East to try to keep Trump from really pulling us out? Deceiving the commander-in-chief to keep us over there slaughtering these people and to keep the billions and trillions rolling for the military-industrial complex. Can you imagine? Fucking connection. Goddamn fucker. This fucker, dude. Wi-Fi hotspot here. It's in this building. I'm right here in this little courtyard outside of it. Our tyrants will allow one world order to happen. And then comes depopulation. Yeah, that seems to be where we're at. Part of me would sort of like to see all the fucking sheeple just die off, eh? The rest of us down that actually give a fuck and, you know, take the time to study these issues. All these fucking sheeple, they don't. And then they sneer at us like they know better, like they're more knowledgeable on these topics. They've never made any studies at all. Fucking idiots. Obama legalized propaganda, and that is all the CIA to go ahead and run domestic operations against us. Yeah, you have to suspect a lot of these massacres are you know, these shootings, school shootings and the like, are false flag operations. Possibly operations where nobody actually even died. Jones might have been right about Sandy Hook initially before he was forced to capitulate. He might have been right about that. Once, you know, once they make propaganda legal like that, you're free to propagandize. Murdering people in pursuit of these propaganda vectors, that is still illegal. So perhaps they flipped over and just started faking these incidences. And then, you know, in a sense, everything that they're doing by doing so is legal. Propagandizing us is now illegal. And if they're not killing anybody, if it's all fake, then, you know, it seems like no repercussions will ever catch up to them for these deeds. Yeah, this fucking battery pack. Goddamn thing. It showed it was full at first. Now I'm down to 5% on the fucking iPad. Yeah. Well, we'll just keep going until it dies. Why you would be happy about that, man? You must be really a confused individual. And that might not actually happen either. Stop marketing vids on poll. If that's directed to me, I don't market fuck all, dude. I make no effort to popularize my videos other than going out and trying to push hard out in the streets, man. People tell me all the time, you should post shit about what you do here, there, and everywhere. I've done exactly fuck all about any of it. I hate promoting. It's not fun. This dude got stabbed. Yes, I got stabbed repeatedly in the back by fucking Wisconsin. Seriously stabbed. Not fucking little pinpricks at all, bro. Very close to meeting my fate. There on the fucking slummy streets of Sanford shithole. Very fucking close. I hope so. The only phone number I could give them was the phone that was stolen and or destroyed. I have to reach out to them. We'll find out. I'm of a mind to pursue this, absolutely. I'd love to see these fucking Muslims hung, really. As far as I'm concerned, they attempted to kill me. When you stab somebody the way they stabbed me in the back there by the spine and by the lungs and the kidney and whatever the fuck else, you know, isn't that attempted murder? Wouldn't we call that attempted? Jepson is English nationalist. Here, here, that's great. I support English nationalists. I have for quite a few years. I was aware of Tommy Robinson, despite his misgivings about him, and the years or whatever. I followed all those groups. Paul Golding, all those lads, all those figures, you know. Some of them I don't exactly trust, but as a general blanket rule, I support British nationalists, English nationalists. Absolutely, man. I hate seeing England taken over by Muslims. Even white nationalism in Europe and in England makes quite a bit of sense. It makes a lot less sense in America. America's never been a truly white nation, you know. But you get into Europe, into some of these nations that have been and were for thousands of years, it becomes a little hard to argue against people that have white nationalist sentiments under those conditions, you know. Oh, yeah, I support British nationalists, English nationalists. Absolutely, dude. I have to. Fair is fair. Certainly I support them over endless millions of hostile Muslims coming in and trying to take over. How many fucking videos are there of British nationalists having confrontations with fucking Mus, and the Mus will say, we're here, we're taking over, we've already taken over, England is ours, activists and such. No, man. I don't support that shit. Color doesn't matter, but culture does. Of course, culture is more important than color unless you're a hardcore collectivist. Collectivists. I hate collectivism. I stand for the individual. I don't belong to any collective other than people that I share deep philosophical kinship with. That's my tribe, and that's my only fucking tribe. I don't like collectivists. You got a lot of these white nationalists that are so hardcore that they believe that they hold sway over white women, that women should be, under a hardcore patriarchy just due to their race, and it's like that to me is such hardcore collectivism. It makes me sick, man. You sort of have to be a moron to not be able to judge individuals on an individual graphics and whatnot, but you take it too far, it just becomes completely ridiculous. It becomes illogical, irrational. I can't go that far. Call the cops. Yeah, these took my statement and blah 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 blah. Individualism is a boomer take. Interesting. I'm sorry, I'm not a collectivist. I'll never be a collectivist. I find collectivists to be kind of disgusting, But that's me. That's my nature. I'm a very isolationist sort of a person. I'm practically a recluse and a fucking hermit. When I quit smoking, I was like, well, smoking is a social thing for me, and I like to smoke when I'm on the phone. So I'm going to turn off all incoming communications on my phone for a couple of months, a few months maybe, and, get through the harder part of quitting smoking, and it'll be easy. Of course, I only smoked a couple cigarettes a day. Really, it's pretty easy to quit. But I ended up leaving my phone incommunicado for almost a year. I missed the death and funeral of my beloved stepmother because no one in my family could reach me. A year? How many of you go a year without accepting any incoming communication? Yeah, I just sat there with my fucking guitar and it's like, fuck the world. Fuck them all. That little Arab thought he was black with that hairdo. Yeah, you're right. That little dude had some cornrows or something, didn't he? True champ, bro. Happened with one of the bake boys that would have been crying for weeks. Thank you, man. That's very true. I think it's funny when you get hurt, because I got hurt so much growing up doing alternative sports and everything. The fun will end very, very often if you just succumb to an injury and let it ruin your fun and everybody else's fun that you traveled with. We travel to the races, sometimes going all the way up to Canada. You go up there and get hurt and you're going to ruin the fun for the other racers, your best friends that you traveled with. They could be your family and their families, true. It could be a whole troop of people that you traveled with up there.